Red Raven basketball on US 98 is brought to you by Windsor Place, Gillum Retail Liquor, Acme Foundry, Coffeyville Community College, the Sleep Inn and Suites, Community State Bank, Four State Maintenance Supply, the David W. Barnes Funeral Home, Lay's Archery and Guns, and Simple Simon's Pizza. Red Raven basketball is a partnership between US 98 and Coffeyville Community College and an exclusive production of KUSN Radio Sports.
And good evening. Welcome in. We are here at J. Herkelman Courts in Nellis Hall. I'm Sid Steck alongside Matt Jordan on 98.1 KUSN in partnership tonight with CCC Television. You can check that stream on our website at kpgfradio.com. You find the sports tab and then CCC TV. Tonight we've got a top 15 national matchup in the NJCAA between the Indian Hills Warriors and the Coffeyville Red Ravens. Our Red Ravens coming to this matchup 3 6 at 2 teams compare. 85 the Coffeyville is coaching throughout their 3 games of 3. Shooting a little bit better from the floor, about 50% compared to Indian Hills at 44%. And Matt, looking at both of these teams, they've got great size. That was certainly the emphasis in the offseason, was to try and find some guys that could go along with the player. But you look at their roster, they've got a lot of time on both sides. And it's Indian Hills, they don't necessarily go to the down low because they're full of shooters.
Yeah, that's something that we're looking at, you know, as we were preparing for this game. They've got size inside, but they know how to create space to drive inside and kick it out, which can be a pretty interesting. And teams like that, if they're hot, they're really hard to contend with. But if they go cold for some reason, then it's going to be an interesting matchup. Looking on Coffeyville, how they're going to answer, of course, I'm familiar with the team from last year, Marvin Johnson's team. Great size matchup inside of the team and come. Well, just take 6-9 of Indian Hills. What we keep playing with Trump on, back and forth, how's that going to work? And how are we getting the guards when they drive and kick?
Yeah, because the bench players right now from last year returning John Martin. He's a very important bench player out there. Really, unfortunately, so they are kind of absent of those bench players. They didn't step up quite from Tony Hudson, a freshman at Jonesboro, Arkansas last game. He kind of stepped up into play. And then you mentioned as well, Anthony Jones was started over by Manny Crump in the last couple of games. But Anthony Jones coming off the bench and returns from incredibly vital to the top of the roster out there on that field. Now Indian Hills, because you mentioned, you know, they've got the size down low, strength down low if they need it, but they're a little off. There's no time to one thing last year, 29. That's only 4 times. Bringing that basketball up to the half-court line, but in a down low, but he's got the strength and the speed to get the pass maybe if he has a lane. That'll be the difference tonight. It is going to be a fun matchup. To be honest, I don't really know who has the edge in this one, as both of these teams on paper, both of these teams historically, and both of these teams off of their prior wins as well are looking good coming into tonight's game. It's a top 15 matchup. Indian Hills Warriors against Indian Hills sits at number 12. Coffeyville sits at number 4. And, I mean, generally, looking at the court right now, you can tell where their emphasis was in the offseason. And right here, Manny Crump, number 23, I think that was their biggest asset in the offseason. Not only does he bring size, they also bring a good shot, which is vital to their offense. Yeah, big men who can shoot is very important as well. And that's, they had that with some guys last year that had little guys, 6'7", 6'8", that could shoot. And so they saw what they needed. They went out and backed hurt. So there was some missing here, so it's not easy, but it helps to recruit. And obviously went and did a thing. We talked about advantage. I was looking at last game in Independence. They shot 30% from the floor. They shot averages 82. They're 2-0. They scored 68. That means in that first game they had to have scored over 100 to get that down to 80.5. So it's going to be was that first game was and they're more of a team tough. Doesn't necessarily have to rely on they can score inside. You're very right. The coach from the he is to the 23rd. Jayhawk the Hall of Fame, as we are very happy to have him here on the sidelines of the club. No doubt about it. We're happy to play on Jay Herman. Yeah, how many people get to coach? Defeated season last year as well as the coach. He has been here, has coached right in 11 within the 2 years that he has been in Indian Hills. That's going to be a tough one. And the Red Raven Falcons lined up at the same time. This Coffeyville team looks strong. They look good and they look like they want to. About 3 short minutes. We'll take a 3-minute break here. CCC. Back alongside Matt Wood going through our pregame show. As I'll tell you what, it's going to be one heck of a game. Matt, you won't be missing too many games, but you picked one hell of a game to pick out tonight. Yeah, I had to be here for this as good of a matchup as I'll do it for free. There you go. We'll do it for free. Exactly. We'll take a 3-minute break here on 98.1 KUSN. When we come back, we will give you the starting five from both Indian Hills and from Coffeyville, and then we will get into some basketball here. First half basketball coming up, as well as starting five coming up here in just 3 short minutes on 98.1 KUSN. Back in 3 minutes.
Patriot Chevrolet Bartlesville. Introducing the grand opening of Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville, bringing you a new way to buy a Chevrolet. From price to selection to engines for life, Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville wants to be your dealer. Only Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville will discount new 2018 Silverado trucks $12,000 off MSRP. That's $12,000 off new Silverado 1500 trucks. Patriot Chevrolet Bartlesville. Patriot will discount the ever-popular 2018 Chevrolet Equinox 6200. That's 6200 off new 2018 Equinoxes. And your home with a $13,900 2018 for $100 Engines for life. Patriot Chevrolet, Southeast Adams Boulevard, Bartlesville, or online at bartlesvillechevy.com.
Patriot Chevrolet, Bartlesville.
Chevrolet, find new roads. Silverado stock 180146, MSRP 43405, Equinox 190141, MSRP 280995, Cruise 180150.
Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting. Fast 8-week classes or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Bull S. Montana here.
Oh, Bull.
No, really, I am Bull S. Montana here at Lay's Archery and Guns. Now the archery season's here. We're here to get you ready.
I'm always ready, Bull.
Ah, yes. Anyway, when you buy a bow this month, we'll throw in the 50% off on camo clothing.
That's half off.
That's right, 50% on all camo clothing when you buy a new bow.
That's at Lay's Archery and Guns, just 1 mile south of the Deering White and half mile east on Road 1250.
And be sure to stop and get your hunting and fishing license.
Oh, no. What's wrong? I'm trying to take care of my bank and you're in that stuff.
So what's the problem? Just give Fannie a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
Bank at Community State Bank. It's only one bank.
They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. So when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody face-to-face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Welcome back here on 98.1 KUSN. I'm Sid Steck alongside Matt Jordan as we inch ourselves closer to tip-off time here from Jay Herkowitz Court and Ellis Hall in Coffeyville. It will be a fun matchup between these two. It's a top 15 matchup between the Indian Hills Warriors and the Coffeyville Red Ravens. And we are just about ready. We enter in the Coffeyville Red Ravens out to the court tonight as their starting lineup will be coming up here in just a few short minutes. Again, Nat, it's within the name. Sometimes we see really good challenges. Sometimes we see blowouts, but the majority of the time we see top 15 matchup. It's going to be one heck of a ball game.
Yeah. You want to compare this to something a little bit more, Michigan State, Kentucky. Think Duke, Michigan State, think Kansas, Michigan. I mean, think any of those kind of matchups, and that's what we've got here. Indian Hills undefeated in the regular season last year. They made a deep tournament run, and so it's a team, as you mentioned, 11 losses in 3 years there. So it's a talented team, a great coach, and of course we all know what we have in Coffeyville.
Yeah, no doubt about Coach Hank Plona again, 11 losses, 91 wins in a remarkable 3-year stint over there with Indian Hills as we wait on the top starting lineup here for Coffeyville as well as Indian Hills as we inch closer to that. Again, we will have two 20-minute periods between the two teams as the first half will be 20 minutes straight. Of course, we'll take a media timeout around 10 minutes, but it's just about time for basketball. Size advantage is about even. Shooting advantage is about even, as well as return players. And in fact, if you look at the roster here, Indian Hills with a little bit more in terms of veteran presence on their team, sophomore after sophomore. In fact, looking at their roster, there is only 3 freshmen within that roster. Grant Foster, as well as freshman Tishing Smith. and J.B. Mula as coming in. Osteros as well with good size. So you see the emphasis kind of where Indian Hills went in the offseason here, as well as Coffeyville. You look at Coffeyville. In terms of size, they've got players like, I know he's only at 6'6", but Marvin Johnson will make it in 10. As well as 6'6", Keon Cleveland, 6'9", and A.J. Webster at 6'8" as well. As we name the starting five here for your number 14 in the nation, Coffeyville Red Ravens. Number 1, Kevin Brewer, a 5'8", 160-pound sophomore out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. He will most likely be taking the basketball up tonight at point guard and shooting guard. Number 2, Casey Benton, 6'3". He returns from last year out of Clarksville, Arkansas. A sophomore at 185 pounds and again 6'3". Brings some good height to their shooting guard ability here. Number 3, another return player from last year. We mentioned him enough. Marvin Johnson, 6'6", sophomore at 190 pounds out of Oklahoma. Again, returning from last year. He has struggled in these first 3 games to start, but again, that is a number that they really need to start to get warmed up here for the 2018-2019 season. And there he is, 6'9", the big man that we've been talking about, Keon Queen, sophomore out of Hyattsville, Maryland at 210. He comes in most likely taking the tip tonight at center, and there he is, Manny Crump as well, the freshman. The only freshman within this starting five that we will see. He started last game. He starts one more. He is 6'8", out of Miami, Florida, 200-pound freshman Manny Crump coming in at that strong forward position. And Matt, I'm excited for a top 15 matchup tonight. Warriors come in the all-grays, Coffeyville in the all-reds. We're about ready for basketball.
Yes, we are, and it's going to be a fun night. As, neither team, they have some height advantage, or both teams have height, but neither team has much size. Queen and Crump both kind of more lanky, but Crump looks like a shooter. So at 6'8", I'm kind of excited to see him maybe hit some mid-range, step out beyond the arc as well.
Well, here we go. It is Keon Queen against number 22, Anthony Bratton, and Keon Queen wins the battle. The tip goes to Coffeyville, and they will be moving from left to right here to start off this first half. That's Brewer getting over to Benton, and a foul down low early on to start the ball game. And that will return in a foul against Coffeyville. That's coming against Keon Queen, their first foul of the night. Matt, in the pregame, we mentioned how he's been limiting those fouls. There's one already.
Well, he doesn't agree with it. It was a little maybe ticky-tacky, but...
And a nice pass down low to the baseline. Trying to score, and it's intercepted. Marvin Johnson, he's got all the room in the world, takes it and slams it down. 2-0, Red Ravens.
Something he was really good at last year was making steals and turning them into transition buckets on the other end.
They're going to turn it into a 2-1-2 full-court press here, though. Indian Hill's able to break that pretty easily. They swing it from the on, and Marvin Johnson with another steal. To Casey Benton now, brings it up left to right, passes it back, finds Brewer. Wide open for the three, no good off the first attempt. Marvin Johnson gets the rebound, kicks it out. Casey Benton, he wants a three from 30. No good, and that one's going to be rebounded. Indian Hills able to get the possession. Josh Nicholas brings the basketball up, and my goodness, sliding all over the place, looking for the travel. He dishes it out, and that one's going to be knocked down for 2 points. Ties it up with 18:50 to go, and I'll tell you what, questionable with the no call on the travel.
Yeah, officiating in this conference can get pretty interesting sometimes.
Marvin Johnson drives, kicks it back out to Brewer. He takes the right hand dribble, now kicks it back out to Casey Benton. They restart the offense. He gets it over to Keon Queen. Queen, pull-up jumper from about 15. No good from the back of the rim, and that one goes out of bounds. So I believe it hit off of Indian Hills last. So with a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock, Coffeyville hangs on to the possession.
If I remember correctly, it can kind of be some of the more inconsistent officiating in this league.
Welcome to basketball.
Yeah, well, one moment they're very ticky-tack like we saw with Keon Queen. The next moment they're letting guys get smacked and it's nothing, no foul calls at all. So, yeah, basketball can always be interesting, but I feel like this level especially.
18:30 to go in the first half. It is 3-2 after they warranted the three-point shot on the first play of the game. Marvin Johnson pulls up for three. In response, no good. That one's pulled down. Indian Hills gets the rebound, and they will bring it back up. That's Wolfgang Tenense with the basketball, dribbling it up over half. He sets up the offense. Now dribbles, looking for the screen, but he sets into a double team. Finds a three-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Indian Hills with the basketball. They swing it around. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Drives into the paint as Woldentenense. Dishes it out, no good on the shot. And that one is fouled on the rebound, I believe, against J.D. Mueller. Out of Ottawa, Canada, 6'8". There's a player that brings good size to Indian Hills, but that one going against him, their first team foul, and Coffeyville with the possession.
Both teams looking like they're ready to fire from beyond the arc. Coffeyville 0 of 3 and Indian Hills 1 of 3.
Marvin Johnson now gets the pass. He'll dish it back out to Casey Benton. Benton drives, right hand, down low to Queen. Queen up and in, and the foul. Heads to the free throw line after dishing it home, and Keon Queen this year, one thing that you'll be happy about, has improved on the free throw numbers.
Yeah, it was something he struggled with, but saw him steadily improve as the season went on. Him and Casey Benton both struggled mightily, and Benton improved big time last year, but that's where Queen is so effective. Those little touch shots right over the defender.
That's what that size will do for you. He's a 75% free throw shooter, and he knocks it down. 2-point lead, Coffeyville, 5-3, under 18 to go. And again, that 2-1-2 full court press put on here by the Red Ravens. Johnson is in front of the defender now. Brewer back to Johnson in front. They bring it up, and Johnson called for the foul right at midcourt. And those are the fouls that you can't commit.
Yeah, those are tough. Those are tough right there. And Coffeyville runs the that press very efficiently. Ran it all really well last year. But early fouls like that can get you out of that press very quickly.
You know, and I've noticed they only do it after scoring plays. They bring that 2-1-2 on after scoring plays. Almost stolen there by Johnson. Inbound pass blocked away by Keon Queen, and he takes the possession. Red Ravens back with the basketball. Tevin Brewer up to Marvin Johnson. Pump fake, brings it down low, finds Keon Queen. He punts it back out to Brewer. Brewer, he swings it around to Benton. He drives, baseline, floater, swings it out to Johnson for three. Knocks it down, 8-3. From 3 is Marvin Johnson, in a timeout. Indian Hills will take one ourselves. It's a 30-second timeout. Back here in 30 seconds on 98.1 KUSN.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
Welcome back as we welcome you in out of the timeout. Coffeyville nails down a 3. Marvin Johnson gets on the ledger as well. They go up by 5. It's 8-3 early in the first half of play. Red Ravens against the number 12 team of the nation, Indian Hills Warriors. And, of course, labeled as the number 14 in the nation is your Red Ravens. They will bring it up as here's Woldentenense with the basketball up over half. Point guard brings it up for Indian Hills. He's guarded very closely by Benton. Tries to get past him with the left hand. No go. Down low. Beautiful pass, and that one is a foul by Keon Queen. And, in fact, actually no foul called. They're going to call it as it just wrapped around the rim. Great defense there from Keon Queen. Not only that, but he did not commit the foul.
Yeah, good defense there by Queen, but I guess they're going to call, was that goaltending?
I believe so. Again, the goaltending call makes it now just a 3-point lead. Questionable there. Great goaltending, or great defense, but the goaltending call comes after the ball hit the rim. Benton will bring it up here for the Red Ravens. Now still beyond, drives baseline, and he is fouled. And it looks like that one coming on the floor. That will be the third team foul against Indian Hills within the first 4 minutes of the ballgame. Substitution makes his way in. This time Grant Foster, 6'7", freshman out of Kansas City for Indian Hills, making his way in there tonight. Throwing it in from the baseline is Tevin Brewer. Number 1 will line up from the baseline. Out there is Casey Benton, Andy Crump, Marvin Johnson, and Keon Queen. The five starters. Herkelman usually likes to go about 5-6 minutes with the starting 5 out there to try and give them some distance in the first 3 games of the year. Gets the whistle now. Here's Brewer. Finds Queen. Right back to Brewer. They'll set up the offense. Now he drives in towards the paint with the left hand. Kicks it back out to Benton. Down low to Queen. Queen high off the glass. No good. That one's not in. And Indian Hills comes away with the rebound after the ball jumbles around. Down by 3, 16-20 in the first. Wants to tie it up with a 3. No good off the side of the iron. Tevin Brewer comes away with the rebound, and he brings it up over the half-court line with a right-hand dribble. at the three-point line, dishes it out. Johnson thought about the three, drives, right hand, up and in, and the foul. Marvin Johnson heading to the free throw line.
Well, I was about to say, it was an interesting no call on Queen's shot earlier, and I thought they were going to not call that on Marvin Johnson there, but
maybe a
makeup. Get him to the and one.
Maybe a makeup call there, certainly, as Marvin Johnson will find his way to the free throw line. Made the basket, trying to make it a three-point opportunity and put his team up by 6. It's 10-5, 16:05. That is the 4th team foul against Indian Hills. Both of these teams have struggled with that as Johnson knocks it down. Three-point play is made. 2-1-2 offense is put in, or 2-1-2 full court defense, rather, is put in effect here for the Red Ravens. Johnson right on the man that brings it up. That's Thomas. Thomas gets it over to Will Tensine, and he brings it up now for Indian Hills. Left-hand dribble. He'll dish it off. He finds Nicholas. Nicholas now with the basketball for the Warriors. Drives left hand. Picks up his dribble. Tipped away by Johnson. They hang on to the possession down low. Great pass, and Keon Queen called with the foul. And that right there is one that I have questioned in many weeks. Looked like a jump ball. Keon Queen called for the foul.
I don't know how you don't call Queen's shot earlier and call that there. This is one of those instances. This is where Keon loses his cool last year. Looking like he's doing a little bit better here, and Coach is going to get him out as we get A.J. Webster into the game.
Yeah, you're right. And what you had noticed as well, his attitude, he did not make a snark. He did not make a reply. He knows he's coming to the bench if this basket is made. Here it is for the three-point play. It is up. No good. As that one, on the 2-point attempt, A.J. Webster will come in, as Matt had noted. Keon Queen to the bench. One of those 2 fouls, he's got 2 fouls right now, but one of them I do not agree with. So Keon Queen to the bench in a little bit of foul trouble here with 15:30 to go in the first half. Second one is made. He goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Indian Hills. That makes the lead just 5, 11-6. Normally with full court press, Indian Hills just lays back a little bit on the defense after the free throw is made. Here is Kevin Brewer. He brings the basketball up at the right now. The left-hand dribble finds Marvin Johnson. Good screen. Back to Brewer. Up on top towards center circle. They'll restart. Drives left hand. Down low. Finds. Nice pass to Crump, and that one's blocked, but he's fouled on his way up. And Manny Crump will head to the free throw line for a couple of shots. And Matt, we had noticed it's very important to have a big man, but also a big man that can shoot the basketball.
Yeah, that's important. When you don't want to be playing 4-on-5 when it comes to offense, and having guys, especially big guys, that can spread the floor around, like Crump and Queen can both do.
Yeah, and Crump knocks down his first free throw there as the substitution makes his way in. Nick Wagner, 6'3" sophomore out of Gainesville, Wisconsin, for Indian Hills, makes his first appearance tonight. Looking for 2 of 2. There's Crump in and out of the hoop. That one knocked it off as he misses. They're still up by 6, 12-6. Here's Indian Hills on the fast break. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. That one's off the back of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Warriors with the basketball. They drive into the paint, and that one goes straight out of bounds. Coffeyville basketball as he just tried to go up for a layup and lost the lost the basketball. Football earlier this morning. Red Ravens did get the win, but lost the basketball there, Matt.
Yeah, just kind of lost it as he went up, and Casey Benton not happy with the call. Talking to the ref a little bit. Ref didn't like it. Told him that if he could go sit on the bench if he wanted to.
Brewer now with the basketball. Speaking of a great pass to Johnson. Johnson, good pass down low, but it's tipped away. Warriors get a hand on it and the interception. They get the possession back now down the basketball court. They bring it up top. Point guard with the basketball from center circle. They will line up. They set up the offense. Screen play. That goes nowhere. Great penetration defense. They try to go down low. Taken away. Red Ravens with the basketball. Marvin Johnson breakaway. Slams it down. 14-6. 14:36 to go in the first quarter of play. Timeout taken. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take a 60-second timeout ourselves. 14-6. Red Ravens up on Indian Hills.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 Dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Out of the timeout, Indian Hills with the basketball. They are down by 8, 14-6 as they bring the possession up. They'll swing it around. Wagner now with the possession here for the Warriors. He drives left hand. He beats it off to the point guard, gets it into the paint. But again, great penetration defense here by Coffeyville. Not allowing to get down to the low block and swing it out for the three-point shot. Watch the three. Point guard, lefty, knocks it down with a hand in his face and from about 25 feet. Beautiful shot. Quan Marshall now brings it up here for the Red Ravens. Three-point knockdown there for Indian Hills. Down by 5 is the Warriors of Indian Hills. Red Ravens with the lead, and as well 5 fresh legs on the court. There's Jones, drives, swings it out, but looks to be, I think he stepped out or maybe fouled an Indian Hills player, and there was a foul on the play. In fact, that one came down low to, Anthony Jones, sophomore out of Indianapolis, Indiana, gives the possession right back.
Yeah, you mentioned 5 fresh legs. One of the things that really impressed me calling these games last year was the ability to do a complete 5-for-5 substitute, which keeps a player fresh. But they don't really lose much either with the amount of talent that comes off the bench.
And they're running that 2-3 zone here defensively. Right on him is Mikal Murray. And now Jones on the defense. They want a 3. That one's off the back of the iron. No good, though. The offensive rebound tipped away. Coffeyville gets it now. Murray brings it up, or excuse me, that's Hudson on the rebound. Dishes it out to Marshall for 3. Knocks it down. 17-9 Coffeyville. Great transition basketball there by the Red Ravens. They go down after the ball was kind of tipped around. Slowed it down, centered their shot, knocked down the 3. 17-9 Coffeyville with the basketball. Here's the Warriors. That full court press is broken up here as the Warriors bring it up. Over center with the basketball. Woltentenense with the basketball. Right side, he's covered closely by Marshall. Marshall now gets moved on. Nice move down low. Good pass, and that one goes out of bounds. And it looks to be tipped off of a Raven player, so we'll stay down here on this end.
You know, for the most part, this Coffeyville defense has been pretty suffocating, forcing a lot of passes, and passes are good, but when you have to pass too much, it can create turnovers, which we've seen a lot so far of.
Yes, it can. Here is James to throw it in for the Warriors. Pass in from the corner, and an air ball on a 3-point attempt. Rebounded there as Murray will hand it off to Marshall. Marshall now. Hudson thought about a 3 as they bring it up. Thought about a quick shot. Instead, they'll slow down the offense. Jones now drives to the left hand into the paint. Finds Marshall. Pump fake. Back to the elbow and picks up the dribble. Down low, and that one's intercepted. Indian Hills gets it right back after a bad pass by Quan Marshall. They bring it back up. Point guard with it. The lefty will restart. He's guarded very closely by Anthony Jones, looking for the screen. That doesn't work for him. Looking for any sort of separation. Tries to get to the baseline. Still with the basketball. Blocked, put away, and denied as Mikal Murray again. Woltentenense there. At many points, he just tried to find that penetration. Couldn't find any.
Got the switch on what he thought would be the more favorable matchup with Jones switching off for Murray, but Murray way to stay with him and block that.
Pushes it out of bounds, pushes the shot clock to 12 as the inbounds here is into Grant Foster. Foster now gets it to Thomas. Thomas into the corner to James. James misses, but almost like a pass down low to Grant Foster for the 2 points. He airballed, but his offensive man was down low. 17-11 after the 2 points there by the Warriors. Here's the Red Ravens fast break, kicks it out. Marshall thought about the shot, instead looks down low. Webster on the 20-footer, knocks it down from about the free throw line, about 18 feet. Makes it 19-11. Good response. And again, that 2-1-2 full court press in effect. Here's the Warriors now. Into that far corner, picks up the dribble. Quan Marshall steps in front of the pass, intercepted. 2-on-1 opportunity. Up and almost slams it down. The alley-oop comes up dry. Oh, it would have exploded. Instead, the Warriors want to come down for 3, and they knock it down instead. And 19-14, that's the kind of response that you want after a missed dunk opportunity like that would have certainly erupted. Instead, it turns into 3 points for the Warriors. 19-14. Jones wants the 3, knocks it down. Hudson. That is Tony Hudson in response. A 3 for a 3, Matt. I'll take that all game long.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
22-14 after the tray. 2-1-2 again, struggling to get up over half. And looking for the travel call. They're not going to get the whistle there as, again, that press is put on very sharply. Man, a deep three knocked down with a hand in his face. This Indian Hills team, they are full of shooters. Up by 5. Here's Quan Marshall with the basketball. Nice move. Dips it into the corner. Hudson wide open. Knocks it down. 25-17. Timeout, Indian Hills. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. It's 25-17. Coffeyville up on Indian Hills.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back in out of the timeout there as we find ourselves 10 minutes.
Fans are hyped, man. This is a big matchup. We're got a good crowd on this cold day. They put in some work. But football earlier today, basketball right now, and the students, the baseball team over there, student section is hype, and doing a recreation of the Indian Hills player getting his ankles broken there that led to the 3.
I'll tell you
Pretty
what,
good.
that was about as textbook as you could get. A textbook dribbling job by Quan Marshall. Found the separation and then unselfishly hands it out to a wide open Tony Hudson. He knocks down the 3, making now the lead back up to 8. It is 25-17. We got a top 25 matchup tonight here on 98.1 KUSN. I'm Sam Speck alongside Matt Jordan. Happy to have you along with us, as well as in partnership with CCC TV tonight. It is 25-17. About midway through the first half, Coffeyville's offense and defense rolling here early on.
Yeah, that was big by Marshall to pass it up. You see a lot of guys do that, crop it up, and they want to shoot it themselves. But
the unselfish play results in a 3-point opportunity and knocks it down as Indian Hills brings it up. They will swing it around the 3-point line. Again, great penetration defense tonight by the Red Ravens. Down low to the elbow. Instead, they'll swing it out. Shoots from out 25 feet. No good there was Volpensenense as the Indian Hills gives it right back up. Red Ravens now. Jones pull-up jumper to the elbow, and that's not a good shot. That one hits off the side of the rim, and Indian Hills gets it right back.
Bad contested shot right there.
And wide open in the corner. Stead pulls up, brings it in about 20 feet, misses the jumper. He had a wide open 3, and City takes the 2, and it's costly. 25-17, Marshall brings it up. Looks down low, finds Webster, but it's tipped away. Bad pass there by Quan Marshall. So turnover after turnover. Into the corner he goes here for Indian Hills. They will restart. Back up on top. He finds James to reset the offense. James guarded closely. Hudson gives him some space, and Hudson fouls him on the way to the hoop there. And that's a good foul. Wide open layup. You got to foul him.
Yeah, that was a good foul. Back to the turnover by Quan Marshall. I think Marshall extremely talented and saw this a lot last year. What keeps him being an elite level point guard is sometimes makes the bad pass. We've seen a couple of turnovers by him tonight.
Yeah, and an immediate timeout there on the floor. We'll take a 30-second ourselves. 9:26 to go here in the first half of play. It is 25-17. Coffeyville Red Ravens with the lead here on Indian Hills. Again, a quick 30-second break back here on 98.1 KUSN.
Hey, Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens.
And welcome back in here to Jay Herkelman Court at Ellis Hall as we find ourselves midway through the first half. It's 25-17. Our Red Ravens with the lead. Red Ravens, of course, wearing that number 4 badge in the nation over the number 12 Indian Hills Warriors. This would be a great home win. Matt, how are we looking in terms of numbers right now? as on the floor. Looks like they're able to spread out the ball fairly well, but still with a good sizable lead here on a good team.
Yeah, Coffeyville's done a better job of shooting 9 of 16 from the floor. 5 of 9 from 2, 4 of 7 from 3. We mentioned they like to shoot the 3. Unfortunately, they're not really hitting right now, but 4 of 11 from 3 for Indian Hills. Turnovers, 6 for Indian Hills, 4 for Coffeyville, and points off of turnovers has been a big deal for Coffeyville tonight. No second chance points, so both teams doing a good job of limiting that.
And that was a big thing from last week against NEO to now, was those second chance points. As here is the free throw opportunity by Isaiah James. James puts the first one up. That one is good as that one puts it up. It is now 25-8. The foul down low by Tony Hudson may prove to be worthless at this point. Sometimes when you have a wide open free throw, you foul him, and it does as he gets the 2 points anyway. Knocks it down, moves the lead down just to 6 as Devin Brewer brings it up over center, gets it over to Crump. Crump now with a left-hand dribble, finds Casey Benton as it looks like the starting 5 back out. Benton drives, and that one's blocked. Beautiful defensive play by Indian Hills. Now in the fast break drive. That one's tipped away and up off the offensive rebound. Indian Hills puts it in. 2 points is there as Anthony Bratton, and puts it within 4 now as Brewer brings the basketball right back up. Drives, left hand, nice pass to Jackson. Pull-up jumper, no good from the baseline. And Indian Hills on the rebound. Fast break again with numbers, but they will slow it down. Down low, into the paint, no good. And Jackson Miller comes away with the defensive rebound. And finally slowing things down here is Marvin Johnson, though he drives left hand baseline high off the glass, and he's fouled, but no good. So he will head to the free throw line for 2, looking for the 3-point play, but hopefully he gets a couple of points.
Yeah, at least, try to stop that run a little bit that Indian Hills is going on. You mentioned starters being back out there. The starters minus Keon Queen with those 2 early fouls as Jackson Miller out there now.
And the first one is up, and it is knocked down. A 75% free throw shooter on the year is Marvin Johnson, as well as one of the leading scorers on this Red Raven team. 13 points per game on average. Knocks down the first one, 5-point lead, 6-point lead as he knocks down the second one. 27-21, 8:40 to go here in the first half of that 2-1-2 full court press is put on. As again, Indian Hills pressured from the start. They bring it up, they get it over center now. Point guard with the basketball. They'll dribble it. Now swinging around the 3-point arc. Up towards center, with the basketball now. Nice behind the back dribble down low. Great pass and the slam. And that is just beautiful awareness of the down low block.
Yeah, good job of him realizing everyone kind of crashed outside and sunk inside to get that easy basket.
And a great pass here to Miller from about 25 feet, just shy of the 3-point line. There was the big man, Jackson Miller, at 6'8". He knocks down the deep ball. That is one player that you really would like to see get hot, is Jackson Miller.
Yeah, one of the guys that's kind of inconsistent, but if you're getting scoring from him outside of everyone else, you're in good shape.
With the basketball now, here is James for Indian Hills. He'll pick up his dribble. Now look to swing it around the 3-point arc. He's in trouble in the double team. Finally gets it away to Wolten Tenense as he'll bring it up now for the offense of the Warriors. Hands it off, finds Grant Foster. Grant Foster has it stolen away. Johnson on the slam, brings it home. 31-23. Marvin Johnson, he's done that a couple times tonight.
That's what he's the best at.
And bringing it up now in the fast break. Here's the Warriors in response. Thought about a 3, drives into the paint. He goes, and the hook shot no good. That one's rebounded by Brewer, and the Red Ravens come away with the basketball. Brewer up over center. Fast break in the corner. Johnson for 3. Knocks it down. 34-23, and a 9-point lead for Coffeyville.
Marvin Johnson's starting to feel it. He's a guy that when he heats up can put 30 on you in a heartbeat.
Down low baseline. Here's Indian Hills. Drives, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. Questionable on the foul there. Fortunate to come away with no basket, so he will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. Here is Tyon Grant Foster.
That's kind of what you want to ask out of Jackson Miller, a guy that's not going to see a lot of minutes, but he's got some good size, can get inside, and as long as he's playing good defense, not allowing easy shots with those fouls, but a guy that if he picks up some fouls, it worked there. He missed the first one, so we at least saved a point.
Certainly a good man to foul. It's only 41% from the free throw line this year is Tyon Grant Foster. Only, of course, through 2 games as he goes 1 of 2 here from the strike, makes it a 10-point deficit. Coffeyville up 34-24, 6:50 to go here in the first half as Brewer brings it up. The point guard gets to the Benton. Benton drives baseline, and he is fouled on his way to the basket. That one coming on the floor. I believe, if not sixth, maybe seventh foul, pushing Coffeyville into the bonus, and Casey Benton will head to the free throw line.
Guy that struggled from here last year and gradually improved as the season went on. You don't normally see guys like Casey who can shoot struggle from the free throw line.
Here it is, the first one up, and it is no good as that one's going to be rebounded down there by Lance Singh. Singh will bring it up now with the left-hand dribble for Indian Hills. Dishes it out. They thought about the three. Now they take the three. From deep, knocks it down. Billy Thomas with a hand in his face. Indian Hills now just down by 7. Beautiful shot there, even as it was contested. Great defense by Coffeyville, just a better shot as Tevin Brewer brings it up left hand. Nice pass down low to Miller, but that one's tipped away and out of bounds. Coffeyville hangs on to the possession.
I don't know if Jacksonville was necessarily ready for that, but did some Indian Hill player got a hand on it, saved Coffeyville.
Yeah, fortunately, they hang on to the possession. Here's the inbound from Brewer, finds Crump now to Johnson. Johnson thought about the shot, instead hands it back to Crump, and Crump will get it to Brewer to restart the offense from center circle. Brewer now left-hand dribble to Benton. Benton on that far side. Down low to Jackson Miller. Pull-up jumper baseline from 15 feet. Jackson Miller with 2 on the shot clock. Knocks it down. Up by 9. And that full-court press again put on. They break it easily. Here's Indian Hills from court to court. And that is too easy with the foul. Billy Thomas heads and the basket. That right there, that you can't have happening all night.
Yeah, no, that's definitely an issue. Didn't really get back on defense there, and it cost him. But a big basket on the other end by Jackson Miller. Yeah,
Miller, again, a player who isn't expected of too much. He's knocking down the baskets for the three-point play. No good, so they only get 2 points out of it there from Thomas. And the rebound from Manny Crump gives the possession right back to Coffeyville. And Johnson drives, but it's tipped away. Nice pickpocket there from Indian Hills. They give it right back up for 3. In response, no good. Johnson off the miss there from Thomas. He gets the rebound. Johnson will bring it back up. Gets it to Brewer. Brewer to restart the offense. To Casey Benton in the corner. The floater from 10 feet. No good. And Indian Hills on the rebound. That's Singh to bring it up with the left hand. Up over center. Nice pass down low. Great defense from Miller. Down low. No penetration. Good pass. And that one's blocked from Manny Crump. Crump's blocked attempt gets into the hands of Miller, and Miller gets it to Brewer. Great defense here from the Red Ravens early on, up by 7, and there is a foul down low. That one coming on number 33, Jackson Miller. That gets the possession right back, 5:12 to go in the first half. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take one, I believe. No, in fact, it looks like just a full substitution on that side. So all 5 of the Warriors players head to the sideline, but 5 players coming back out, as they will have some fresh legs out there in Coffeyville. On the floor, Casey Benton, Manny Crump, A.J. Webster, Marvin Johnson, and Tevin Brewer. So all but one starting of the 5 out there on the floor. So the Warriors bring it up now with the basketball. They swing it around from the three-point line. Still no penetration allowed. Trying to find a three-point shot. Here is the Warriors. He's guarded very closely. Again, just swinging it from beyond the line. Thomas with the basketball, wants a 3, pulls up, no good. That one hits off the side. Great defense by the Red Ravens.
It'll be interesting to see if we see Keon Queen again in this first half.
And again, yeah, in those 2 fouls early on. We haven't seen him. Johnson now in the corner for the Red Ravens. Back out to Brewer. Brewer thought about a 3, said pulls up, drives to the paint, off the glass and in. Great drive. 38-29, Coffeyville with the lead.
That's the first time I've seen him drive inside. He's only 5'8", so definitely a size disadvantage. But good job of getting that shot up and in. And
great strength as well to get to the basket. Here is Singh driving right hand. Great strength down low by the Red Ravens. Good defense. They give it right back up. Here's Brewer now. 2-on-2 drives left hand baseline. And he is fouled on his way to the basket. So he will head to the free throw line for a couple of shots tonight. That right there is something that we need to see all season long. Regardless of the size, you need to be able to go down low and draw those fouls.
Yeah, a point guard's got to be able to drive inside. It's what T.J. Washington last season did so well. And Marshall and Brewer, so far from what I've seen, not really guys that like to, but it's definitely going to be something that's needed.
And a couple of substitution comes in after the first shot is knocked down. Brewer, only 1 attempt throughout the season, but still a 100% free throw shot. Well, actually now 2 after the second one there, puts his team up by 10, 39-29. with 4:15 to go here in the first half. Second shot up. It is knocked down after it rattles around the front of the rim. 40-29, 4:15 to go in the half. Because again, that 2-1-2 full court pressure put on. Quan Marshall right on the point guard as he brings it up over center. It's kind of a light 2-1-2. They aren't pressuring anybody into the double team, but just hoping for some mistakes there by Indian Hills. Passing around down low, tipped away, and they will have to restart again from beyond the three-point line and up towards center. They will restart. Now driving with the left hand, kicks it out here on this near side, and he is going to be called for the carry, actually. That was Josh Nicholas carrying the basketball a little bit too much. Just trying on the dribble there, carried it, and that one coming back to the Red Ravens up by 11.
Quietly got out to that double-digit lead. Didn't really feel like that they did. I kind of felt like Indian Hills had kind of climbed back into it, but Coffeyville showing their dominance right now.
Yeah, playing well. Johnson on the shot, but he's going to be called, I believe, for the foul. I'm not sure. It looked like an elbow to try and get some separation as he just swung his arm a little bit too much there, so that is his second personal foul. That is the 9th team foul against Coffeyville, though fortunately only 3:30 to go here in the first half as Indian Hills will bring the basketball back up. That's James on the carry, brings it up. He'll sling it back over to Bratton. Bratton down low. Nice pass to the low block, but it's tipped away. Quan Marshall on the steal. Marshall brings it up here for the Red Ravens, slows things down, finds Brewer. Brewer for three. No good off the back of the iron. And Indian Hills with the defensive rebound. 3:10 to go in the half. And here comes the Warriors. Again, swinging it from beyond the three-point line. Nice down low pass, swing, and the spin. Beautifully done. And Anthony Brett for Indian Hills puts it up and in. Down by 9 again. Brewer, coast to coast, looking for the pass. That one's going to be tipped out of bounds. And they said it went off of Brewer last. Questionable call there. But you got to believe if you're Kevin Brewer, maybe slow it down a bit on those instances.
I think as an offense as a whole, Coffeyville needs to slow it down a little bit. And I realize basketball now is a lot more fast-paced than it used to be, but they're taking shots way too quickly into the shot clock and rushing things, which is creating turnovers.
Yeah, you get 30 seconds on that shot clock. Might as well use it for a well shot. Drives into the paint, no good. There is the point guard, James. That results in a defensive rebound there by Brewer, and he brings it up over center. Red Ravens restart the offense here after the turnover. Drives, Brewer, right hand. Beautiful pass down low to Jones, and he is fouled, or actually called for the travel. So it looked like some contact down low, but no, A.J. Webster called for taking one too many steps.
Again, inconsistencies, man. There's the push off on Marvin Johnson, similar to what Casey Bitton won and called on him. That travel, similar to the travels we didn't see get called earlier. I just want consistency out of my officiating.
Isaiah James brings it up here for the Warriors. Now he dishes it off. Here's Nicholas, drives. Nice dish down low, and the slam as he gets it to J.D. Mula. And Mula puts it back on the board, down by 7, 40-33 with 2:05 till we head to halftime. Brewer brings the basketball up, left-hand dribble, waiting on the screen, and he doesn't get much separation. Finds Webster. Webster dishes it back out, and it looks like a whistle. I'm not sure exactly what the call is. Maybe a foul down low. That's exactly what it is. It's Nick Wagner for Indian Hills, 6'3", sophomore out of Galesville, Wisconsin. He is called for that foul down low. That will be their 19th foul. The teams share that in numbers at 9, one away from the double bonus, as that will send number 25, Mikael Murray, to the free throw line out of Amherst, Massachusetts. And the 1-and-1 is no good on the first attempt. So that will give the basketball after the rebound by the defense back to the Warriors. Bringing it up. Nice drive. Baseline. Up the shot. No good on the floater. And a great rebound there as he just swats it out of the air is Murray. Murray gets it to Marshall. Marshall now with 95 seconds in the first half. He brings it up. Marshall swings it around. Webster with the basketball. Dribbles now down low to Murray. Murray back to Webster. Great pass down low. Fouled on his way to the basket. Unable to make the shot, but he will be headed to the free throw line, I believe, for a guaranteed 2 shots. Well, actually, with that foul now in 10, it would have been, either way, a automatic 2 shots.
Yeah, great pass by Murray that put it in a place where he was either going to make the basket or get fouled. And good defense on the other end by Quan Marshall to force a bad shot, and that led to the great rebound by Murray.
88 seconds to go here in the first half as A.J. Webster knocks down his first shot from the free throw line there. As throughout the 2018 season thus far, he has done fairly well. A.J. Webster, a 75% free throw shooter on the year, looking to make it 2 of 2 here for the night. Second one up. Second one, no good. Rattles around the front of the rim, and still just a 41-33 lead with about 20 to go here in the first half. Warriors bring it up, left-hand dribble. They swing in from beyond the three-point line, and that's James with the basketball. James back over here to Nicholas. Nicholas down low, finds the low block. Bratton, he's in trouble, double-teamed, and that one looks to be a travel. Bratton took one too many steps, and with 68 seconds left, great defense there by the Red Ravens.
They've the defense that's played very well in moments of this game, and really forcing turnovers has really been a big key so far.
Now we've got 1 minute to play here in this first half. 20 on the shot clock, and the Red Ravens with the basketball. That one hits off the official, and Casey Benton gets the rebound and saves it inbounds. Jones now gets the pass. Jones dishes back out to Marshall. Marshall starts on this near side. They move from left to right. Down low to Murray. Murray on the floater, no good to Webster. Webster tried to get the rebound, and actually within that process it hits off of an Indian Hills player and goes out of bounds. So a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock, and the possession stays with Coffeyville.
Murray made some pretty good moves there to try to get to the basket. Luckily for them, it stays with Coffeyville.
Mikal Murray and Manny Crum impressing me here in these early weeks from the freshman play. Number 25 and number 23 is Anthony Jones, gets the inbounds pass there. He'll hand it over to Marshall. Marshall now back up top. Webster from the free throw line, no good, and nice up and in is Michael Murray. So speaking of Mikal Murray, he goes up there. He was inches away from slamming it down. He makes the 2 points and heads to the free throw line for an extra shot.
Great job of awareness to get to that ball and put it back up and in and draw the foul to get them, they were already in the bonus, but to get a chance for a three-point play.
Up by 10 now, trying to make it 11 with 24 seconds to go here in the first half. Murray puts it up and knocks it down. So Murray able to fulfill that three-point play. That 2-1-2 full court press is in effect here for the Red Ravens after the three-point play. 44-33 here now with 15 to go in the half. Singh drives. Singh on the rebound. He gets his own miss and slams it home. Big play there from Indian Hills. Now just down by 9, but time left on the clock. 5 to go. Casey Benton with the basketball. Inches his way. Drives. Baseline. Kicks it out, and he's fouled. No, actually, he steps on the baseline. And Casey Benton, that is just that's just a subtle mistake.
Yeah, that's tough right there. That's tough. You're towing the line there, and I don't know, in the past, I don't know if he would have had enough time to get it off anyway.
And they won't even entertain the full court shot. That will do it for the first half of play. Coffeyville by 9. It is 44-35. Red Ravens playing very well. Certainly some areas to improve on there in the halftime locker room. But again, up by 9 against a very talented Indian Hills Warrior team. We'll take a 5-minute break. When we come back from our 5-minute break, Matt and I will sit down. We will break down this first half. We'll take a look at our statistics as well as the teams for the second half. One good half away from moving to 4-0, being a top 25 national team here in Indian Hills. Again, a 5-minute break on its way. It is 44-35 here at the half.
Chevrolet Bartlesville, bringing you a new way to buy a Chevrolet. From priceless selection to engines for life. Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville wants to be your dealer. Only Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville. Trucks 12,000 off MSRP. That's 12 grand off new Silverado for 200 trucks.
prices or even online press, CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeeville.edu. We are Coffeeville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play.
Anyway, when you buy a bow this month, we'll throw in a 50% off on camo clothing.
That's half off.
That's right, 50% on all camo clothing when you buy a new bow.
To the Deering White and Half Mile East on Road 12.
And be sure to stop and get your...
So what's the problem?
Community State Bank can still take care of it in person.
Bank is Community State Bank. It's an online bank. It's not the same as
They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. And when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face to face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeeville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeeville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeeville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeeville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Bond Funeral Home. It could be because American Catholic Church is truly superior service.
along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Family Community. Acme Family forward by promoting from within. Contact us in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South 1st Street in Coffeeville. Acme Foundry.
Enjoy fresh, funny conversations. Enjoy cool, Coffeeville Soup and Sweets, a proud supporter of the Legends. College tonight. These classes CCC can meet your needs your way. Call 620-251-7700. them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
We welcome you back in here as we find ourselves in halftime from Jay Herkelman Court at Ellis Hall on Sid Speck alongside Matt Jordan. Back in the studio, David Ray making sure we sound just fine tonight as we are one half in the books. It is 44-35. Our Red Ravens in the lead over a very highly contested Indian Hills Warrior team. The Warriors coming into tonight 12th in the nation, and of course Coffeyville still representing that number 4 in the nation on the year at 3-0, trying to make it 4-0. A couple of injuries, including redshirt freshman Cedric Lee from last year, as well as a big man, Kamani Dunham. Hopefully back in a couple of weeks. He's in the boot. He's got some lower leg injury. It's not necessarily broken, but again, hopefully we find him back in the next few weeks because, Matt, as much as the size that we have seen out there, talking with Coach Herkelman, in fact, their biggest pickup in the offseason is the one that's sitting on the bench right now, Kamani Dunham, and you got to be impressed with the size that they picked up.
Yeah, they've added a couple of guys with size-wise, at least height-wise, guys that can shoot as well. And you mentioned it. It doesn't necessarily mean a lot here, but Garden City later down the road, they come with a lot of big guys, a lot of guys inside, and you're going to need guys like Keon Queen and everyone else, as I go blank. Obviously, of course, I'm not as familiar with this team as you are, but Manny Crump and Kamani Dunham, you're going to need those guys healthy and staying out of foul trouble when it comes time to playing a team like Garden City, which has some big men on them.
Yeah, and as we've seen off the bench this year as well as last year, A.J. Webster, Anthony Jones, kind of tonight a little bit silenced. Our leading scorer tonight for Coffeyville in difference from the first 3 games. Again, Marvin Johnson to start this season. In the latter parts of last year, I only got 5-6 games of the regular season and then the postseason as well. And Marvin Johnson was a huge aspect of that offense. First 3 games he was absent. Tonight he sits at 17 points.
Yeah, and done a really good job of forcing turnovers. Transition buckets have been great for Marvin Johnson, and he's tricky. He had some issues last year, actually disappeared from the team for a while, went home for the holidays, and just didn't come back. And came back later on in the season, was one of the better scorers, and like I said, you blink, and 30 points he's dropped on. He's got 17, over halfway there already.
You had mentioned those points off of turnovers, rather. Coffeyville with 9 and Indian Hills with 4. They need to keep that number limited in the second half as Coffeyville turned the ball over the same amount of time as Indian Hills, 10 times apiece in that first half. You'd like that ratio to be in favor of the other team. Hopefully they can keep that limited, as well as improve on the free throw mark. Right now, they are 9 of 13, and Matt, I know last year you called a lot of their games. Was that kind of an issue last year as well as the first 3 games? That certainly was an area of concern.
What was that? Sorry.
The free throw mark.
The free throw, yeah. It's a team that is interesting. You had guys last year like T.J. Washington, who was a 90% free throw shooter.
Locked down.
And so he got to the line a lot. He was, unlike the 2 that we have playing point guard tonight in Brewer and Marshall, he was a guy that drove a lot as the point guard. And so he kept your free throws numbers up. Whereas I'm seeing this year they're struggling a little bit with that. Now Benton, Queen, they struggled mightily last year, and hopefully they improve. Benton, I saw from point A to point B, at start to the end of the season, Casey Benton got very, very good shooting the free throw.
Yeah, and that's a name right there, unfortunately, tonight, who has been absent. Casey Benton, he is over from beyond the arc as well as on the floor tonight. 0 points. And a few turnovers as well for number 2 there. That is a number that they hope to increase tonight. Hopefully he can shoot. But that is a great point that you make, and I think that is good to kind of tie into our keys for the second half here for Coffeyville. We know that you guys can shoot the basketball when you have the open floor, but it comes down to the difference that T.J. Washington was able to do for them last year, and that was to force the opponent into foul trouble. That was to force your way into the paint. T.J. Washington was, what, maybe 5'11", 6 foot at best?
6'1", yeah.
At 6 foot at best, and he made his way into the paint regardless of the size disadvantage and pushed them into foul trouble. Quan Marshall Marvin Johnson does a fairly good job of that. But more Quan Marshall, Casey Benton, and the new guy, Tevin Brewer, really need to focus on that here in the second half here.
In my opinion, it's got to be Casey Benton. I realize Brewer and Marshall are your ball handlers, but I feel like that guy needs to be Casey Benton. He did it a little last year. TJ was very consistent, where Benton was very streaky. So someone's got to step into that role. I called him the president last year. He was the leader of the team. And to this point, I don't know if necessarily that has sorted itself out who's going to be the leader this year.
Yep, and again, looking at leading scorers, Marvin Johnson with 17. Unfortunately, Coffeyville not spreading out the ball too much more than that. Tony Hudson has been successful from beyond the arc tonight. He's got 6 points, both of those, again, coming from the three-point line. The leading scorer and the man to look out for is the big man, Anthony Bratton, on the other side of the basketball, as Indian Hills Warriors bring that 6'8" sophomore out of Omaha, Nebraska, Anthony Bratton, down to the low block, and that has kind of been their sore spot. Now, speaking with Coach Herkelman in the off week as well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. This is a team, more importantly, that they're worried about the shot. They're worried about the penetration and the kick out, more or less than the person down low on that low block. And I think tonight, having their leading scorer being a big man instead of a shooting guard, that's a bonus.
Yeah, definitely. Difference in, you look at first quarter or first half of the first half versus the second half of the first half. They were 4 of 11 at one point shooting from 3, 5 of 13. So only shot 2 more, made 1, improved a little bit. Going to be interesting to see, how that shakes out. A 9-point lead for Coffeyville, and again, if someone's going to be your leading scorer, I think you'd rather it have be a big man instead of one of these guys from the outside.
And as you've seen the success that it is created, as this team from Indian Hills is full of shooters, including Billy Thomas. He might be a threat. He's got 8 points through that first half. A couple of them from beyond the three-point line is the lefty. Again, a threat from shooting from distance. We'll take a quick 60-second break. When we come back, second half basketball on tap for you here in partnership with CCC TV on 98.1 KUSN. Back in a minute.
Patriot Chevrolet, Bartlesville.
Introducing the grand opening of Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville, bringing you a new way to buy a Chevrolet. From price to selection to engines for life, Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville wants to be your dealer. Only Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville will discount new 2018 Silverado trucks $12,000 off MSRP. That's $12,000 off new Silverado 1500 trucks.
Patriot Chevrolet, Bartlesville.
Patriot will discount the ever-popular 2018 Chevrolet Equinox $6,200. That's $6,200 off new 2018 Equinoxes. And you're home to the $13,900 2018 Cruze. And at Patriot Chevrolet, your new vehicle comes with engines for life. Patriot Chevrolet, Southeast Adams Boulevard, Bartlesville, or online at bartlesvillechevy.com.
Patriot Chevrolet, Bartlesville.
Chevrolet, find new roads. Silverado stock 180,146, MSRP 43,405, Equinox 190,141, MSRP 28,095, Cruze 180,150.
Welcome back. We are moments away from second half basketball. The crowd is into it. The energy is in the building here on J. Herkelman Court at Ellis Hall. And again, a 9-point lead is what separates the number 4 from the number 12 team in the nation. Coffeyville winning the tip. Indian Hills will get the basketball to start the second half. Indian Hills down by 9. Our Red Ravens up 44-35 as second half basketball ready to go here in partnership with CCC Television. It is 98.1 KUSN. I'm Sam Speck alongside Matt Jordan. Pass down low, trying to get some penetration. That goes nowhere for Indian Hills as they have to reset. 15 on the shot clock. As here's Isaiah James. James now down low. Lefty, spin move, down, and a great pass. That one's tipped away, but a foul called, most likely, I believe, on Keon Queen, unfortunately. And it is. That is a number.
That's tough.
It's, those fouls that he's committed tonight, 2 of the 3 that he has been charged with, are not necessarily questionable, but at the same time, more subtle fouls than what we've seen out there. So Indian Hills will hang on to the possession after the foul on the floor. They will get a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. They want to take a 3 from the inbounds, and they knock it down. That's Isaiah James opening up the second half. 44-38.
Bad possession there for Coffeyville. Queen gets his third foul, and then you give up a 3.
Yeah, that's a tough one to take. How do they respond? Benton down low, try to get to Johnson. Johnson, that one's going to try and get it out to Brewer, and it's tipped out of bounds. as Johnson just tried to swing it out to a point guard, maybe to get a shot there. That one instead tipped out. Coffeyville, fortunately, hangs on to the possession. So Tevin Brewer now on that near side baseline. Coffeyville now moving from right to left in their white home uniforms. Johnson on the inbounds. He drives, and he's called for the travel. As he just, it's called a jump ball. Wow, it definitely looked like a travel. He made his way into the paint. He jumped, did not get the shot off due to the ball being blocked. But again, due to the ball being blocked and the contact from Johnson, it is called a jump ball. 14 on the shot clock. Fortunately, the possession area with Coffeyville, so the Red Ravens to hang on. Johnson gets the inbounds from Brewer. 13 wants the three-pointer and knocks it down. That's the kind of response that you'd like, and Marvin Johnson continues to heat up from the first half. And that full-court press results in a travel as Isaiah James tried to just break that 2-1-2. Instead, he takes a second and a third step.
Yeah, that's... hadn't seen it force a turnover yet, but there's one, and it can get more and more frustrating as the game goes later.
More importantly is what they do off of the turnover. Do they turn it into points here for Coffeyville? Only up by 9. Tevin Brewer now with a left-hand dribble, brings it up. Nice pass over to Johnson, but he's guarded closely. Johnson wants another three. Pull up, no good, off the side of the iron. And Johnson trying to use that streak, unfortunately comes up empty. Still up by 9, but tipped away. Casey Benn gets the basketball. They've got numbers. 2-on-2 brings it up, but Brewer, he will stop it. Down low to Johnson. Johnson off the glass and in. And Marvin Johnson continues to heat up. And here's Indian Hills on the throw-in. That 2-1-2 full-court press they are able to break as they get it up to Will Tinsinense. And he will bring it up now for the Warriors. Warriors left-hand dribble into the corner. They find Chisholm. Chisholm back up on top. Tried to pass it to the corner. That one tips off. It looked like Keon Queen last. It looked like it could have been either or. Kind of up in the air there. They'll say it goes off the Red Ravens last and out of bounds. So the Indian Hills Warriors will hang on to it. 12 on the shot clock. 18-14 to go in the ball game. And here's the Warriors trying to pass it in. That's James, and it took too much time. 5 seconds to pass it in. And Coffeyville, great job defensively.
Yep, another great job defensively forcing that turnover there. And, Keon Queen got tripped coming down the floor. It looked intentional. Everyone missed it. Queen wasn't very happy when he got back up, but a different Keon Queen would have reacted a little bit harsher.
That's the difference from year to year as Casey Benton brings it down. Nice pass now to Crump onto that low block. Crump has nowhere to move, so he gets it back out to Queen to restart the offense. And Queen gets it to the point guard, Brewer. Brewer now drives right hand into the paint, dishes it out. Manny Crump from a deep 2. No, they call it a 3. Either way, it's a miss. And the rebound there comes down as J.D. Mula. Mula gets the basketball for Indian Hills. Gets it off to Thomas. And again, Thomas, a difficult shooter to guard against. That is one man to keep your eye on, though. As he drove, Thomas steps on the baseline. Gives it right back up. And Coffeyville there at the first half. And Indian Hills gets it right back up, stepping on the out-of-bounds line.
Seen that a lot. Maybe these guys are used to playing on bigger courts or something. Nothing's changed. They just need a couple extra inches.
I was going to say, back from the elementary school playgrounds, the basketball courts have been the same. Either way, he steps on the out-of-bounds line. Red Ravens will take it as they get it back. Brewer down low, low block, finds Crump. Crump draws the foul up and almost the 2-point. But again, a great play by Manny Crump to draw that contact.
That's textbook right there. That's a textbook way of getting a man to leave his feet with the pump fake and initiating the contact and getting the foul drawn. Like it or not, you just can't leave your feet if you're the defender in that case. Once you leave your feet, you're in the guy with the ball's house, and he's going to do whatever he wants with you after that.
Yeah, it is proverbially the man with the balls. It's in his court at that point. There you go as Manny Crump knocks down the first free throw from the strike here as he moves to 2 of 3 on the night. And again, Manny Crump, one of those freshmen that's really kind of making a name for himself. Second one is missed, though. Marvin Johnson on the offensive rebound. Johnson gets it out to Brewer. Back to Johnson for 3. Knocks it down, and Marvin Johnson
got 25.
Man, he is hot tonight.
He's got 25, 8 already early in the second half.
And Indian Hills trying to respond here. Point guard drives coast to coast with the foul. Almost knocks down the points as well, but he will head to the free throw line for a pair, and that is Marvin Johnson, I believe. Second, maybe third personal foul. on Marvin Johnson. That's a number that you can't lose. Keon Queen you can't lose. And in terms of bench players, you really need to start having those guys step up here with the foul numbers increasing.
Yeah, it looks like Quan Marshall's going to check into the game, most likely for Marvin Johnson.
As that one from the lefty is up and in. As Indian Hills able to knock that one on there. Down by 14 here, but again, Will Tintinense is able to put that one in there and make it 53-39. Quite the last name out of Italy against some international representation. One out of Italy and one out of Canada on the Indian Hill side as the next one is knocked down from the Italy native. It is 53-40 now. 17 minutes to go in the ball game. Quan Marshall, he's double teamed, has to get it off to Brewer over center. And Brewer is pressured with that double team. Looks like that's where the Warriors would like to kind of focus their defense. Brewer now breaks away from the double team, gets it to Benton. Now down low to Queen. Queen, great pass, and that one's tipped away. Actually, great defense, though. Manny Crump disrupts the pass. And that's the difference right there from a freshman who is a ball-hawking freshman compared to a guy that just expects the ball to come to him.
That was a good job by Crump to just poke that ball free and then to hook the opponent's arm to get that foul call.
Yeah, Tajim Smith called on the foul. And that will give the ball right back to the Red Ravens. That's his second personal. Now Benton on the inbound. Benton drives, floater from the elbow, and the teardrop is nothing but net.
Beautiful.
Nothing but net there from Benton. That's the kind of production we'd like to see.
That was beautiful. You don't get a better floater.
I believe it is called the Dwayne Wade teardrop shot for a reason. And Dwayne Wade, he's known to be a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah.
He knocks that one down, nothing but net. Up by 15, wants a 2 in response, a deep 2. He misses off the back of the iron there. Is Josh Nicholas, but an offensive rebound by Indian Hills gives it right back. Fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. And the Warriors now trying to drive there on that far side, and Manny Crump called for the contact. Came on the floor. And that's one thing as well, as maybe you hear over the PA announcement, Manny Crump, he's 6'8", he's got size, he can shoot. With 16:04, that's his first personal foul in the ball game.
And for a guy that is inside as much as he is, plus being able to knock the ball away to not have any fouls.
As that inbound play, as you mentioned, tipped away. Keon Queen all over it as that one is tipped away and off of Indian Hills. That right there started with Manny Crump. You mentioned his ability to disrupt. And then Keon Queen knocks it off of Indian Hills and out of bounds. Great defense.
And props to Keon Queen's aggressiveness there with 3 fouls early still here in this second half to be aggressive to go and get that.
Yes, he is. Here's the inbound now to Brewer. Brewer gets it from his own center circle, pushes it down to the far side. Coffeyville again moving from right to left here in this second half. Gets it to Marshall, back up on top of Brewer. Brewer gets the screenplay, but a foul down low. I'm not sure who it will be on. I believe it is on Indian Hills. That one coming against J.D. Mula, as Mula gets charged with his another one of his personal, his third, as well as his team's third foul here in this second half. Both teams sitting at 3. 15-point lead here as Coach Hank Clona looking down on that far side bench. Increasing frustration as Coffeyville just continues to work their offense. Step back jumper from 3. Brewer knocks it down on the inbound play. And tell you what, I mentioned in the pregame, Kevin Brewer can shoot.
That step back was dirty. That is impossible to guard.
And Casey Benton on the disruption. He comes in on the point guard on the inbounds play. It looked like some contact was made, but in fact, the disruption caused a travel. So the Red Ravens will get the basketball right back as the inbounds play, trying to go to Josh Nicholas there. And again, Nicholas, in terms of the contact, it wasn't much contact. Casey Benton made all contact with the basketball, but great play to give it right back. They look to go up by 20. It is an 18-point deficit here. And the coach on the far side right now is certainly asked to maybe keep it down a little bit. And there it is, the technical foul coming from the far sideline as Coach Hank Clona. Again, a man that's not necessarily used to losing. Right now his team is down by 18, 91-11 coming into this ballgame.
He wanted that foul. We discussed it. That was a great job defensively. He wanted the foul. I agree with him. I thought it should have been a foul as well. I will take it. He's not happy with it, and he did not stop. Yeah, you can give it to the officials all you want, but when they ask you to stop and you don't stop, that's where the issue comes.
And Tevin Brewer, one of the highest marquee players from the free throw line, will see two here from the free throw line after the technical, and knocks down the first one, making a 19-point and now a 20-point lead. It is 60-40 here, 15:33 to go in the second half of play and the ball game. Red Raven football tacked on a win on the ledger. Let's see if the basketball can follow up with that. And after the technical and the two shots, they hang on to the possession. Inbound pass to Crump. The big man Crump will find Quan Marshall. He sets up the offense. Marshall now on that far side. Nice move inside. Elbow drives into the paint. That one tipped away, but Casey Benton gets the basketball. And Benton, as he drives, he is fouled on his way to the basket there. That one coming against Indian Hills. And again, those team foul numbers continue to increase here now up to 5 against Indian Hills.
I see frustration sitting a little bit for this Indian Hills.
And it looks to be, I'm not quite sure exactly what the call was. I believe, I don't think it's a foul call, but Isaiah James maybe reached too far in the face of Tevin Brewer. As Tevin Brewer just trying to get this one in on a baseline inbound play. Gets it to Manny Crump. Nice spin move. That one's blocked, though. Beautiful defense by Indian Hills, but Red Ravens come away with the rebound. 3-point by Benton, no good. And another offensive chance. Keon Queen comes down with the rebound. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. And this last week against NEO, these were the breaks that they were not getting. And this week against a very difficult Indian Hills team, they are. Manny Crump, pull-up jumper from 15, and the turnaround jumper falls 62-40.
Second chance opportunities and converting on those is very important, and they did that there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is a good Indian Hills basketball team, and if they play like this, as Indian Hills responds with a 3, that right there, a breakdown of the defense is a wide open Josh Nicholas finds himself in the corner, 43-62, but I'll tell you what, if Coffeyville plays like this all year, man, a Jayhawk Conference tournament may be the least of their concerns right now. I'm thinking national. Keon, spin around and up off the glass. Keon Queen puts that one home, 66-43.
That's been we've seen that a couple of times with the spin, whether it's Crump or Queen, and that time Queen converts. I think they might be finding a weakness inside.
And I had made a mistake. This 64-43 on the play now. Just a 21-point lead for Coffeyville. They continue to make that grow. 6 minutes through here in the second half. Down low for Indian Hills. Beautiful passing. Finds the big man, J.D. Mula, down low. And an easy 2 points. Back to a 19-point lead. Red Ravens again. It is pretty much a full house here. But with the Red Ravens lead, the crowd has kind of gotten comfortable. You'd like to see them get into it as Manny Crump almost loses the possession. Drives right hand, and he's fouled. Right there, that's the difference. Manny Crump can go inside, draw the foul, sometimes make the basket, but he's very efficient from the free throw line.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the freshman, what I've seen from him tonight. And you mentioned the crowd's getting a little quiet. The defense doesn't want to. Offense is staying pretty gas pedal down, but the defense is getting a little complacent. 2 easy baskets on the other end of all game.
First one up there by Crump is knocked down, and man, he is efficient from the free throw line. And last week against NEO, it was a complete opposite. It was a defensive battle, and then all of a sudden the offense got these spurts of life that got them the separation that they needed against NEO. And here tonight, the offense doesn't seem to let up as Manny Crump knocks down his second of 2, 66-44, back to 21 points to separate them. And that 2-1-2 full court press put back on here by the Red Ravens. Broken up pretty easily here by the Warriors as Indian Hills brings it back up. With the basketball now over there on that far side is the point guard. Wilton Tenense drives right hand, and from behind his head, kind of a clown shot, but he does draw the foul. He's hoping to get that one to the basket. He heads to the free throw line for 2 after the missed shot.
Team's leading scorer with 15 points in the first 2 games, a game. And he's had moments tonight. He's got some points, but it's been a good job of getting to the free throw line.
And Quan Marshall with his first personal foul tonight, coming a good 27 minutes into the ball game here. That's a good number to keep where it at as the point guard knocks it down. The lefty hits one from the free throw line, makes it a 20-point separation. 66-46. Coffeyville looking good here. And hopefully trying to just finish it off as strong as they started this. Second one up, second one knocked down from there from the lefty as he makes it a 19-point ball game, 66-47. Full court press put on here by Indian Hills. Kind of the first time tonight that we've seen that full court man-to-man press. But on it down the half court, finds Jones. Jones finds Marshall from three. No good off the front of the iron, and a quick shot there off the shot clock results a no-go. Full court pass down low, and it's blocked. Denied. A.J. Webster denied the shot. They're going to call a jump ball. I believe the possession is with the Red Ravens, but my goodness, what a block.
They got stuck. He stuck that right in between the backboard and the rim there, and a great block.
And Webster back out there as well as Manny Trump, Quan Marshall, Anthony Jones, as well as Kevin Brewer. Inbound pass, struggling to get to 5 seconds, and they finally do, but I'm not sure exactly what the official will call there. I believe maybe Manny Crump came a little bit too close. I think he reached over the baseline.
Get called earlier against Indian Hills. They're trying to make sure there's enough separation between the inbounder.
And here is the inbound, speaking of a beautiful inbound pass there down low to Anthony Bratton. Bratton knocked down the easy 2 points, 66-49. And Brewer will bring it back up here for the Ravens. Ravens now, Brewer, point guard with it right in front of us here in front of the scorer's bench. Drives now with the right hand towards the bench. Now kicks it back out in front of us. Drives is Jones. Jones kicks it out to Crump. Crump wants the deep two. That misses everything. And it will go the other way. And that foul coming against A.J. Webster as they reach over the back again. Manny Crump came up empty there. And he will come to the bench, bringing out number 25, Mikael Murray, 6'6" freshman out of Amherst, Massachusetts. Makes his way out on the court once again. Mikael Murray, again, another freshman back in that first half, making a lot of moves in terms of getting on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he played a really good offensively and defensively first half. I was impressed. I'm impressed with the freshman. What I've seen in Murray and Crump.
And there he is, Webster and Murray getting in the face of the shot there. That one's blocked away, so Coffeyville gets it right back. Again, yeah, Matt, you had mentioned Murray more. I think I'm more impressive defensively as this foul coming down low on Webster again. So A.J. Webster, too physical down there on the low block. That will give it right back to the Warriors here. But yeah, you're right. Murray, of course, making those plays offensively, but defensively, he's not the biggest guy out there on the field. Yeah, he's 6'6", but only 200 pounds. Not the strongest guy, but man, defensively, he just does not give an inch.
No, and he's long. For only being 6'6", he is very long, and he uses that wingspan to his advantage.
Yeah, that wingspan looking about 6'8", 6'9", as they now try to attest here against Murray. Instead, Indian Hills will just swing it around the three-point line. They will restart with the point guard back up on top. That's Walton Tenense with the basketball. He drives, now left hand. He hands it back off. Back up on Tom, he finds James. James up over the point guard, down low, the low block. Webster on defense, he's overpowered, and Webster called for the foul. And heading to the free throw line once again is Anthony Bratton. And that, again, from that first, from halftime, he was kind of our area of concern. He heads to the free throw line once again. A lot of strength there from 2-2.
Yeah, as I mentioned, the Coffeyville team got some height, but not a lot of size. And Bratton, probably the biggest guy on the court. And he's used that, luckily for Coffeyville, not the best free throw shooter.
Yeah, as he misses the first one there. And we mean size. Keon Queen, by all means, 6'9". That's good size. But in terms of strength, in terms of size down low, he isn't the most strength-worthy person down there. Yeah, he's the biggest guy on the basketball court, but that's not what we mean when we reference size. In terms of Anthony Bratton, 6'8", 225 pounds. He's got the size, the weight, and the strength to just basically bulldoze through any defense as he knocks down the second one there. He goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and again, it's just more of that presence down low instead of point scoring.
Yeah, Queen Crump and Murray, all tall, but more finesse than they are strength.
As this one on the fast break, taken away from Marshall, and now Indian Hills gets it right back, Coffeyville gets it right back to Indian Hills, and on the response, Isaiah James goes down from end to end, and he puts it up and in. And this right here, now obviously with a double-digit lead, Coffeyville kind of comfortable, but not concerning. They're playing a little bit too comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, this was a 21-point lead, now cut to a 14-point lead. Indian Hills is too good of a team to just let them get back into this. They'll make you pay if you keep complacent. The defense is looking a little complacent. The offense turning the ball over a couple of times. Although a couple of shots coming up for Marvin Johnson.
Yeah, I believe just one here on a technical. I'm not exactly sure where the foul came. Maybe, I think it's a lot of wording Again, there's no physical play really happening out there, but the coach right now on the opposing side of the basketball court not happy, and he is expressing those views. So maybe the vocabulary he is choosing to use tonight has landed his team with 2 technicals. That one proving against him as Marvin Johnson knocks down the shot. Waiting on the inbounds pass here is the Red Ravens. Back up by 15, 11:45 to go.
I don't think that was a technical on the coach because he'd be gone if that were the case.
Yeah, you're very right. That would be his second. Great passing down low to Johnson, and Johnson tried to get it to Webster, and Webster in and out of his hands, out of bounds, as you're right. I'm not sure exactly. I'm thinking
maybe
it
a
came...
clear pass violation, but...
I'm thinking it came of a verbal dispute because, again, no physical... Nothing physical out there on the money.
Technical, because you would have seen 2 shots, so maybe a clear pass foul or some other sort of foul. I'm not versed in the foul language there, but something happened.
Singh wants a 3 here in response for Indian Hills, and the foul down low. That one coming on the rebound against the Warriors off of the miss. Coffeyville will take it. They'll hang on to that 15-point lead. And again, a foul down low there by J.D. Mula. And that is a number, if you're Coffeyville, that you would really enjoy to see on the sideline. Mula at 4 personal fouls, rather. He's at 6'8", 240 pounds. We talk about that strength, that size down low. He is a clear advantage for Indian Hills, and if they can find him on the sideline here, as now A.J. Webster finds his way to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. 17 fouls for both of them. That means the bonus shot coming up here for Webster. First one up, first one knocked down. As these are the shots you got to hit.
Yeah, these 3 opportunities here as you get into the bonus and even double bonus are shots that you have to make.
Webster now does his routine, puts up the second shot, and knocks it down. Right off the front of the ring and takes it in. 69-52, 11:25 to go here. And Coffeyville again continuing with that full court 2-1-2 press here. As Indian Hills able to break it there, not very easily though. Driving down and call for the travel. Great defense there from the Red Ravens.
They got to a wake-up call with that run, and defense is woken up a little bit, and they're starting to make a run it back again to extend the lead.
You definitely know Indian Hills is a good offensive team. They go out there averaging 80 points per game compared to Coffeyville's 85. But last week held to very limited points in only 2 games on the year. Matt, you had mentioned this, so they had a big blow-up game and then kind of an intermediate game. And now they're really having to play a tough matchup here in the Red Ravens. Right now, Red Ravens with a sizable lead. Nice pass down low to Jones. Jones kicks it out. Johnson wanted the 3. Unselfishly gives it to Johnson. And, Marshall. And Quan Marshall knocks down the 3. Unselfish play there from Coffeyville.
Definitely. Sometimes that extra pass is all that matters, and it mattered there, and now we're back to a 20-point lead.
Yeah, Marvin Johnson again had a wide-open 3. Instead, he gets it off to Quan Marshall for a even wide, more open 3 as a timeout is called on that far end, a full timeout. 60 seconds is needed, 10:45 to go in the ballgame. 20-point lead by Coffeyville back here in 60 seconds on 98.1 KUSN.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play. And you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville's Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy cash, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville's Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens.
We got about 10 minutes, 45 seconds left in this ball game, and right now, Matt, Coffeyville kind of running away with a 20-point lead.
Yeah, it's still half of a half left to play, but I'm impressed. I'm very, very impressed. You told me that they were good, and I saw how good they were last year, but this team is something else, playing a very, very tough very tough Indian Hills team.
Yeah, a team that has not lost in a full calendar year, and in 2-0 here on the 2018 season. And Coffeyville making it look like practice. Up 72-52. That is Matt Jordan. I'm Sam Speck. Happy to have you along with us. Driving is Singh, and off the Chisholm. As Indian Hills makes that an easy 2 points. So Johnson drives 2-on-1 down to Jones, and Jones up and in, and they take advantage of the advantage there. 2-on-1, easy basket, back to a 20-point lead.
Quick offense, good job there.
Yeah, quick offense, great vision down the floor there by Marvin Johnson as well. He has really turned it around this week. Basically absent the first 3 weeks of the year. And I believe another foul. I don't believe it is against Marvin Johnson, thankfully. That one coming against Quan Marshall. That's the 18th foul against Coffeyville, resulting in a 1-and-1 here. And that's his second team foul. But again, Marvin Johnson, you saw him last year. First 3 games of this year, he was kind of absent. This is what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, he had moments like that last year early on as well, but we really saw him blossom into the scorer that I know he is, and we've seen him in this game.
And, kind of struggled up in Park City. That's when, T.J. Washington, the All-American nod, kind of took over, and that's why Coffeyville got that Jayhawk Conference win as he knocked down both of them there from the free throw line. And Coffeyville, that one, tried to get it over center court. That one was tipped out of bounds off of the Indian Hills and out. So that one, again, another timeout call over by Indian Hills. I believe a 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second time, or actually a 4-minute timeout for immediate break here. A 60-second break here on 98.1 KUSN. 74-56, Coffeyville in the lead.
Bull S. Montana here.
Oh, Bull.
No, really, I am Bull S. Montana. Here at Lane's Archery Gun. Now the archery season's here. We're here to get you ready.
I'm always ready, Bull.
Ah, yes. Anyway, when you buy a bow this month, we'll throw in the 50% off on camo clothing.
That's half off.
That's right. 50% on all camo clothing when you buy a new bow.
That's at Lay's Archery and Guns, just 1 mile south of the Deering Y and half-mile east on Road 12.
And be sure to stop and get your hunting and fishing license.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Single Simon Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yeah. You'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzone, wings, fried sticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Single Simon Lunch Buffet. Outdoor delivery. Single Simon Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Single Simon. Delicious.
In here as we find ourselves out of the timeout. It is 74-56. I'm Sam Speck alongside Matt Jordan. Red Ravens with a significant lead. But unfortunately, most of that contribution only coming from one player. You'd like to see maybe a few other players kind of get into double digits here.
Yeah, right now, 26 points for Marvin Johnson. Kevin Brewer's got 9, 7 for Webster, 6 for Crump.
As the inbound pass there from Benton finds Brewer. The point guard will bring it up as the Red Ravens with the possession. Gets it off to Casey Benton. Benton is fouled as that one will result in a couple of free throw shots here. That will be the 8th team foul. And, of course, the 1-and-1 free throw opportunities coming up here for Casey Benton. Benton, one of the better free throw shots on the year. Coming into this game, not taking too many shots there, but last year, over an 85% free throw shooter. And believe it or not, 85%, that was not even the best. As the first shot, no good, but an offensive rebound there, pulled down, and he is called for the travel there on that far side. And that is Mikkel Murray again. But if you're Coffeyville, that's not necessarily Murray's fault. He's covered by 2 players. If you're one of his teammates, you got to go over to him and get the basketball out of his hands.
Yeah, you just got to help in those situations. But Murray done a good job tonight.
He has. Rebound there, but he's called with the travel, so he gives it right back to Indian Hills. And Hills for the 3, no good. And Murray on the defensive rebound gets it off to Brewer. And Brewer will slow things down. Gets it back to Benton. Back to Brewer. Brewer. Pump fake there, gets his man to leave his feet, but he doesn't take the shot anyway, so he restarts the offense from center circle. Red Ravens again moving from right to left. Now gets it over here to this near side. Right in front of us is Casey Benton. Drives right hand into the paint. Floater off the glass, no good. And the defensive rebound goes to the Indian Hills Warriors. Warriors bring it down. Singh drives right hand. He is fouled on the floor. So before he even gets into the paint, he will head to the free throw line. And again, tried to get the shot off there, but I believe Casey Benton called their 9th team foul tonight. One away from the double bonus. And I'll tell you what, the marching band playing some tunes tonight, they are on cue. They always are here for the basketball games. As the crowd kind of getting into it again, you'd like to see them maybe a little bit more active. There's the free throw. It is missed, and the big man, 6'9", Keon Queen, fights his way to the defensive rebound, gets it back off to the point guard, Brewer, and they will restart the offense. So lots of contact. And the contact actually led Marvin Johnson to pull his hands back, and the pass from Brewer to Johnson goes out of bounds. Since it did not hit off of Indian Hills last, it will result in the Warriors. I maybe saw some contact there, but again, if you're Marvin Johnson, you got to go get that basketball.
Yeah, it wasn't a great pass, but yeah, there was some contact that kind of didn't allow Marvin Johnson to get that ball, but again, a bad pass.
Indian Hills wants a three, no good from far, and another rebound from Murray. Murray gets it back to Brewer. And the struggling from the three-point line here is the Warriors, and a great job. Mikael Murray, the freshman, a bench player, stepping up tonight. Another rebound on the defensive side. Nice pass to Keon Queen, no good from the elbow. And that one will hit out of bounds after the missed shot there. And again, Keon Queen not really known for taking that jump shot. Had an open shot, just kind of just missed off the back end.
Yeah, he's not super accurate from out there. He can hit if he needs to, but not the most accurate. Still stays an 18-point lead.
8:22 to go in the ball game. It is 74-56, kind of dormant these last 3 or 4 minutes as the drive here from Indian Hills dishes back out. Now back to the point guard. He is fouled on his way as he drives into the hoop. There is Isaiah Thomas. So Thomas will head to the free throw line for an automatic 2 shots. That will put them into the double bonus. That is Tevin Brewer's first foul on the night. But again, 10th against Coffeyville here in this second half. So 2 automatic shots coming up here for Isaiah James. First shot up, first shot knocked down there by James. James on the year is a, believe it or not, obviously just through 3 games, 100% from the free throw line. Not the man you'd like there, and he knocks down the second one as well, and he keeps that perfect free throw line marked up. As a pass into Murray. Murray now to Brewer. Brewer struggles with the possession there, and that one hits out of bounds. And it will stay with Coffeyville. So a great defensive effort there by Indian Hills. Sloppy passing almost results in a turnover, and that will result in Herkimer taking 30 seconds. Timeout on the floor, 74-58. We'll take a quick 30 seconds ourselves. Back here in a minute on 98.1 KUSN.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service. Or maybe because of their fair and honest prices. Or just maybe, for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
We've got 8:09 to go. Welcome back. I'm Sam Speck alongside Matt Jordan on 98.1 KUSN in partnership with CCC TV. And Matt, this is normally a part of the game where I hope for a close game, but here I'm just hoping for the Red Ravens to finish this one out strong. That was one thing they struggled with last year, was finishing games. Johnson on the reverse on the inbounds, no good, but they get their own rebounds. Murray puts it up, fouled on his way to the basket. Did not make the hoop, but he will head to the shot free throw line for 2. But again, last year, struggled finishing some games. Right now, they're looking like they're just trying to bury this team.
Yeah, they're playing. They have moments where they kind of will lull a little bit, but they answer pretty quickly. And again, you know, games like this is where you look to your freshmen, your newcomers. How are they stepping up? How are they fitting in? And Crump, Murray, Brewer, they've all played really well.
Yes, they have. Unfortunately, though, Murray misses the first one from the free throw line. Obviously discouraging there in that one. Just a bad shot off of the back of the rim. 0 for 2 from the free strike. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Still where it's at. It is 74-58. And hoping for a good defensive and offensive finish here for Coffeyville. Swinging around, nice move by Singh. He drives down low, tipped away. Brewer gets the basketball. Here comes the Red Ravens with numbers 3-on-1, up off the glasses. Murray, and he knocks it down. 76-58.
Brewer had his choices there. Did he want to pass left, right, or take it himself?
And again, the unselfish play by Brewer finds Murray down low, and a timeout, it looks like, called as that one slid away. And again, great defense there on the floor by Coffeyville results in that one getting to where it is at. We will take again a 30-second break here. Full timeout on the floor, 76-58. A 30-second timeout on its way here, back in 30 on 98.1 KUSN.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Still in the timeout here, but we'll recap you on this ball game. It was an 18-point lead for Coffeyville, 76-58. We've got 7:29 to go in this ball game in a very highly contested game against Indian Hills, the number 12 team in the nation, against the number 14 Coffeyville Red Ravens. And Matt, my goodness, I told you coming into this game, this Red Ravens team looked like they won another Jayhawk Conference tournament.
Yeah, this Red Ravens team is looking like they don't want to be bounced the first round of the tournament. Nationally this year, it's a very, very
again, using some performances as this one's intercepted there by Casey Benton. So Indian Hills struggling to get it down and inside, and Casey Benton takes the interception, comes down, gets fouled on his way to the half-court line even. So he's fouled before he even gets it over on his side of the basketball court. That's Tyler Chisholm with his third personal foul tonight. With that, that's the 10th team foul against the Warriors, putting Casey Benton at the free throw line for 2 automatic shots as he knocks down the first one.
And you mentioned interception. That was a straight-up interception. He took that right out of the air on the alley-oop.
Yes, he did. It was an alley-oop, and he just went up there again. Benton, 6'3", good size from a shooting guard perspective. As here's Indian Hills driving, right hand. They'll kick it out from the baseline. Shot from 3, and he knocked it down. That's Josh Nicholas out of Melville, New York, rather. And he knocks that one down 77-61. Great move there by Kevin Brewer to get some separation. But again, he is guarded closely. That man-to-man defense here by the Warriors forces Red Ravens to shove it from beyond the three-point line, and Casey Benton is fouled on his way to the paint. So it looks like Casey will head back to the free throw line for a couple of shots tonight. And in that double bonus, these right here, these are just stat packing. Not only that, but these are icing on the cake kind of free throw shots right here.
Yeah, especially for a guy that's like Casey, does shoot it from there.
He does. He can shoot it from 35 feet, from 40, from half court. And you guarantee you can shoot it from 17 from that free throw line. 6:47 to go in that first half, or here in the second half, rather, as the second shot is missed. But Casey Benton tried to come away with the steal instead. A little bit too much contact there. He gets called for the reach, I believe. No, in fact, the contact he made forces that ball out of bounds. So no foul against Benton there. It will just be an inbound here for Indian Hills. And they do. Isaiah James gets the inbound pass. Right hand dribble up over center. He's guarded by Brewer very closely. Left hand now pushes it back up on top. Gives it to Nicholas. Nicholas swings it outside. Finds Singh. Singh now with the left hand dribble. Wants to pull off jumper from 3, and he knocks it down. With a hand in his face. That's a tough play to defend. As Johnson now. Fast break. Brings it up. Has numbers. And no foul called there. But I believe that one went off of Indian Hills last. And again, Coffeyville kind of rushing things offensively.
Yeah, definitely rushing a little bit. No need to. With a lead like you have now, down to 14, but a lead like you have, you just take your time and run the clock and make efficient shots.
Gets it into Queen, but Queen gets it right back to Brewer. Brewer dishes it out to Benton. Benton pull-up jumper from the baseline from 15. No good. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. So here comes Indian Hills bringing it up over center. Nice move with the right-hand dribble to the paint. No good. Gets his own rebound there, and he is fouled from behind. I believe that is Keon Queen. Either that or Manny Crump getting called. Unfortunately, if it is Queen, though it is Manny Crump with his another foul, I believe third or fourth Just second, actually. So that would be Keon Queen, the man that we need to worry about those foul numbers. Crump, though, again, big man, 6'8", only his second personal foul. And it proves out to be worthy as the first shot put up is no good. And again, with wide open shots like that, good fouls, they're hard to describe, but sometimes in a basketball game there is such thing as a good foul.
Yeah, you never want an easy layup.
No, indeed, as he misses the second free throw shot as well. So again, that proves to be a pretty good productive foul there for the Coffeyville defense as they come away unscathed. Still up by 14, 78-64. Tevin Brewer with the right-hand dribble. Far side, he's guarded closely, looking for Casey Benton, but this one stepped in front of Isaiah James, takes it down, draws the foul, and again, a good foul to avoid an open layup there by Casey Benton, but right there, that's just sloppy passing from Brewer, gives it right back up to Indian Hills.
Yeah, I've seen that, some unclean passes from the point guards tonight, whether it be Brewer or Marshall. But yeah, a good job there by Benton to get the good foul and not allow the easy layup.
Well, we'll just go ahead and hang around right here for tonight as a timeout is called here from Coach Herkelman. There's a 30-second timeout. We've got 5 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the ball game again. Matt had mentioned 14 points is what separates them. And then here in the second half, it has kind of been, a little bit stalled. A little bit stalled in terms of numbers. Now, obviously, going into that first half locker room, they only had 35 points. So they've had that production, but it all came in the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not always easy to play with a lead, especially with one that is 20, because you want to fringe. You don't want to disrespect the team by completely running away with it, but you also don't want to. You don't want to let a team come back into it. So it's that middle ground trying to figure out. But they got to keep this. They can't let this get down to 10 or 9. They need to keep it at about 14 or more.
Yeah, as long as they can keep it over double-digit numbers. We've got now under 6 minutes to play, and a pair of free throws on the way from Isaiah James, 6-foot sophomore out of Chesapeake, Virginia. He makes his way to the free throw line. First one up, first one is knocked down, and both teams in the double bonus. That will make the final finishing 5 minutes interesting as well, especially if this game gets close, as any foul, regardless of where it's at on the floor, results in 2 free throws as the second one is knocked down. So the foul there from Benton proves costly. It moves it down to just a 12-point lead. Benton gets the inbound, gets it down to Queen, though. Queen picks up his dribble, gets it back over, and they will restart the offense, slowing things down. Quan Marshall to Crump and back over to Benton. And Benton gets fouled. And that one right there is just Singh calls it a silly foul against Indian Hills. That results in Benton with 2 free shots.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you're Indian Hills, maybe trying to force some turnovers, get in some guys' faces, and hope for bad passes. But it's a pretty experienced team with Coffeyville. They're not going to make stupid passes for the most part, especially guys like Casey Benton and Keon Queen.
And the first one knocked down is Casey Benton. Puts the first one down. Second one, no good. The 3 guys out there with experience, Marvin Johnson, Keon Queen, as well as a full-court pass results in a missed dunk opportunity. Questionable play there by Indian Hills. He had a wide-open layup, takes the rebound. Here comes Coffeyville, and Marvin Johnson misses a wide-open layup. So a missed dunk opportunity there for Indian Hills, who, by the way, probably should have taken the layup. Marvin Johnson comes down, had the layup, and missed it there. So 2 missed opportunities by both teams.
Yeah, they both just kind of flubbed the finish there, and luckily for Coffeyville, the missed dunk, a big dunk like that can really take momentum, but they did miss it.
Well, with the foul as well down here, we are in double bonus time, and Tajim Smith will make his way to the free throw line, knocking down the first one here for Indian Hills. Second one up, no good, though the rebound goes to Benton, and Benton with a nice pass to Marshall. Marshall has numbers, 2-on-1. The floater is no good, but the tip up and in by Marvin Johnson is. Great response there, 81-67 with 5 to go. And a great response there from big man Marvin Johnson. Again, kind of getting in foul trouble, being a little bit more careful on defense. He came up big there, putting those 2 points on the response. 81-76. Here's Indian Hills with the basketball. Singh on the dribble. He drives right hand, looking for the screen. He goes nowhere. Great penetration defense here by the Red Ravens. 5 on the shot clock. Down low. Jumper from the free throw line. No good. Tipped away by Crump, and Crump tips it now to Marshall. Marshall gets the rebound. Red Ravens now. Great passing down low to Queen. Marshall to Johnson to Queen. Good passing, easy basket.
A no-look pass from Marvin Johnson, one of the better passes you'll see all season long.
And here is, again, that full-court press, putting pressure on by Indian Hills. Manny Crump coming in and disrupting, and I believe he'll be called for the foul. That's questionable foul on that one. He came in, made a clean strip on it, and in fact, it did not go against him. It went against the other team. So Manny Crump with a clean strip. He got fouled, getting that basketball away from him, and that one going against Tyon Grant Foster, a freshman out of Kansas City. Again, good size on that opposing side, but Foster right there getting charged with the foul. His 4th personal foul, and 4:15 to go. Manny Crump back to the free throw line.
Guyville let it get a lot closer. It got down to 12, but then they've responded, and now it's back up after that free throw to 17.
And he is now 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Excuse me, is Manny Crump. That right there, a big man that can get down, draw the foul, and then knock down the basket. That's dangerous for any team. And you had mentioned it earlier, Garden City has size. Hutchinson always brings size. Those are two teams within the Jayhawk Conference that Manny Crump is really going to have to step up against. Tonight, he has done that as he knocks down his second free throw. He moves to 8 of 10 on the night, 80% with 10 free throws. That's pretty darn good, as that 2-1-2 full court press put on here by the Red Ravens. And the Warriors are kind of stuck at midcourt. They finally get it over, and they bring it up. Now, beyond the three-point line, they just kind of swing it back and forth. That's Chisholm with the basketball back into the corner to Thomas, or excuse me, James. James now back up on top, finds Wagner. Wagner thought about driving, but he takes one too many steps, called for the travel there. And great defense down low. Again, Matt, I have not seen too many penetration plays tonight by the Warriors.
No, there's a team that likes to drive and kick, and they've not been able to do that tonight.
No doubt about they have had to settle on open shots. Now, obviously, hitting some of those open shots and taking advantage of the turnover points as well. But, yeah, out of their element tonight. They like to drive and kick to the three-point shot. They have had none of that. Red Ravens, great defensive play tonight as they swing it from beyond the three-point line. Finally, Casey Benton with the basketball drives, and he is called for the charge. So Casey Benton called, I believe, either maybe too much of an arm, an elbow, or the charge called against him. And they'll give it right back up. 85-67, though, the lead remains.
Not something you see get called very often, those charges that are that far out of the paint. I couldn't see exactly what happened, but apparently used too much to get separation.
And again, over 10 team fouls each. Doesn't matter for on the ledger, as it will be a double bonus free throw shot for either, but that is the 3rd personal foul there for Casey Benton. Nice defense there, and Keon Queen is a bit aggressive, and it turns out to be just what they needed. Keon Queen gets in there and gets involved, and then a foul off of the ball gives it right back to Coffeyville. And that is, again, the coach on the opposing side, questionable there. Again, Keon Queen, a lot of contact made, but it wasn't bad contact, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, I thought he was picked up his 4th, and so did Indian Hills coach over there, as he's really been jawing with the officials all night long.
He really has, as he has not agreed with a lot of their calls. Johnson drives, left-hand floater off of the backboard, tipped out of bounds by Indian Hills, so we will stay down here on this end of the court. And, well, actually, now they'll say it'll go to the other end. So one officiated said it was going with Coffeyville instead. Indian Hills back to the possession. Up by 18 is the Red Ravens. 3:05 to go in the ballgame. 85-67. Here's the Warriors on the pick and roll. Instead, they'll dip it out for 3, and he knocks it down. Josh Nicholas finds the opening. And again, this is a dangerous three-point shooting team. They just haven't had many opportunities.
No, Guyville's done a really good job of guarding the perimeter, limiting the inside to drive to limit or basically get away from the kick out for Indian Hills. And they're streaky, and we've seen that a lot tonight.
Yeah, and one thing again, last week we saw this against NEO as Marshall drives. He is called for the carryover, but the Warriors on times when they go back to that man-to-man defense, Coffeyville eats them alive. Last week against the NEO, they struggled against that 2-3-man defense down low at some certain parts of the area. In fact, in the first half last week, they went about 8, maybe even 9 minutes, only scoring 2 or 3 points. So again, that 2-to-3 zone is something that Coffeyville is really going to have to work on offensively in facing, because I'll guarantee you this is not going to be the last 2-3 zone that they see throughout the year. This one's tipped away, almost stolen there by the Red Ravens. 10 on the shot clock, finds an open shot there from Indian Hills, and an offensive rebound after the miss. So a fresh 30 on the clock. Gets it right back up top. James wants the three. No good off to the miss. Another offensive rebound. They give it up again back to Indian Hills. Down low, the big man. And he gets called to the travel. And fortunately, Coffeyville gets away with it there. Again, you know, a team such as Indian Hills is normally a team that you can't get away with making those mistakes. Full timeout on the floor. Matt and I will go over those here in just a second. We'll be back here in 60 seconds on 98.1 KUSN.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South 1st Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep Inn and Suites. Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep Inn and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens.
Out of the timeout, Coffeyville still leads by 15. They've got a buck 55, so they head to 4-0 on the year. This has been an impressive battle tonight. Coffeyville defense, obviously, sometimes tonight shaky, allowing the Warriors to kind of dig back into this one, but from last week against the NEO to this week, man, that offense looks good there, Matt.
Yeah, it does. It looks pretty impressive. And of course, you always want to work out those early games. Early season kinks and everything, but from what it looks like tonight, they've done that here.
Great passing to break the full court press put on there by Indian Hills is Coffeyville. It's Marvin Johnson now with the basketball. Left-hand dribble gets to the big man clean. Clean bad pass, almost intercepted as Vaughn Marshall able to get to it as he recovers. 10 on the shot clock now as they just burn that one down. Now 7 as he gets to Casey Benton. Benton now with the basketball, drives left elbow, drives inside, and he's going to be called for the foul. Indian Hills called for the foul. Looks like maybe he laid down the shoulder there. No, in fact, it's going against Indian Hills. And with the bonus, that will send Casey Benton to the free throw line for 2.
Good job by veteran move there by Benton to initiate the contact.
Definitely looked like he maybe lowered that shoulder a bit much, but again, it wasn't the contact that he initiated. It came from Sajin Smith, with Smith, by the way, now in his third personal foul. Casey Benton misses his first free throw attempt there, and it looks to be another timeout on the floor to be taken, this time for Indian Hills. So we've got just under 90 seconds to play, 87 to be in fact, as we'll take a full timeout here on the floor, 30 seconds away. We'll just take a 30-second commercial here on 98.1 KUSN. For Matt Jordan, I'm Sam Speck, back here in 30 seconds on 98.1.
Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting. Fast 8-week classes or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at Coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
Well, we've got 87 seconds to go in this ball game. We got Casey Benton at the free throw line trying to hit his second of 2. He was unsuccessful on the first one. They still hold a 15-point lead. It is 85-70. Again, with a buck 27 to go in this ball game. Coffeyville very close to moving to 4-0 on the year. Benton's second shot up is no good, but Manny Crump comes away with a rebound. And I believe it will be called for a jump ball. And it is. Jump ball called. And the possession arrow is with Coffeyville. So they will stay down here on this end. A couple of new substitutions making their way in, including sophomore starter Kevin Brewer. And I'll tell you what, Brewer, not here last year, but man, he looks good at this offense.
Yeah, he does. He's a nice addition. Going to be a good fill-in for some big shoes, as that was TJ Washington.
As it was. Washington really brought up the basketball basically 85% of the time. when he was out there on the floor. Marvin Johnson now gets the pass. 18 on the shot clock as he swings it to Keon Queen. Now to Brewer. Back over to Marshall now here in this corner. Marshall back over to Crump. Crump drives. Baseline. Up off the glass. No good. Lots of contact. No foul called, and Indian Hills comes away with a rebound. Nicholas now with the basketball. 60 seconds to go until Coffeyville ushers in their 4th win on the year. 25 on the game clock, for about a 28-second differential between the game and the shot clock. They swing it around the the three-point line. There's Nicholas for 3, no good. And Manny Crump comes down with the rebound. And just like that, that about puts the icing on the cake, as we've got about a 14-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, and a 15-point win here. As stick around with us, we'll take a brief 90-second break. Matt Jordan and I will sit down with head coach Jay Herkelman after this game wraps up, as we will dive into a very big win tonight. A very good win as well. 3 on the shot clock now. Tevin Brewer pull up from 25 feet, knocks it down. Nothing but net. And under 15 to go. That is about it. 87-70. And Indian Hills turns it over, and just like that, Red Ravens will hang on to the basketball. And now no shot clock, no game clock. 3-2-1 it goes. 87-70. Coffeyville gets the win tonight. Again, we will take a brief 90-second timeout. We'll just take a quick 90 seconds. When we come back here, Matt and I will break down this entire game, as well as we'll sit down with head coach Jay Herkelman, and we'll break down this ball game as well. Again, Coffeyville gets the win 87-70 in this ball game. Back here in 90 seconds for the post-game report.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Bull S. Montana here.
Oh, Bull.
No, really, I am Bull S. Montana here at Lay's Archery and Guns. Now the archery season's here. We're here to get you ready.
I'm always ready, Bull.
Ah, yes. Anyway, when you buy a bow this month, we'll throw in 50% off on camo clothing.
That's half off.
That's right. 50% on all camo clothing when you buy a new bow.
That's at Lay's Archery and Guns, just 1 mile south of the Deering White and half mile east on Road 1250.
And be sure to stop and get your hunting and fishing license.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yeah. You'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
At Ellis Hall, one heck of a ball game to wrap up here, as we had 2 top 15 teams going head-to-head. Again, on Jay Herkelman Court, from Ellis Hall, step alongside Matt Jordan here in just a few short moments. Coach Jay Herkelman to speak up on this game, as again it was a fun one to finish off, as it looks like we're good technically here. Over here on the sideline, head coach Jay Herkelman will join us over here as Herc Indeed. We've got the levels down there. Microphones are working this time. We got the levels on each side, so we got you good to go for this time. But I'll tell you what, it's from NEO to this one, I was expecting a much more difficult opponent, which we definitely saw. But man, oh man, you guys definitely went back to the drawing board. You improved on those defensive rebounds. Obviously, some areas that, some times in the game that those rebounds kind of came back to bite you. But certainly, that was an area of emphasis in the 2 games in between, most of rebounding.
It definitely was. The other night we didn't rebound it like we need to, and there was a point of emphasis last few days in practice, and I thought we did a good job against lots of good athletes and big bodies in there. Our guys battled. Our forwards battled hard, and I was proud of them. I thought we could do some stuff on the inside against them on the offensive end, going it into Keon and Manny, and I thought Michelle played well. You know, it's just a good win against a good team.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Now, one player in particular that I'm definitely noting out there, as well as most people looking at the stat sheet right now. For the first 3 weeks, he got himself into a little bit of foul trouble, but last year he was a definitely known component to this offense. Marvin Johnson blows up tonight. What was the difference really in his game plan, or was he really just starting to hit some shots?
Well, he didn't even practice last 3 weeks.
maybe some time off the court, maybe refresh that brain of his.
He hurt his foot against NEO. He could hardly walk on Wednesday.
Couldn't tell that tonight.
Thursday it was feeling a little better, but he couldn't practice. Yesterday, practiced about maybe a quarter of the practice, and then we just told him to sit out. We wanted to get him healthy because we knew we were going to need him for this game. But yeah, I don't know how many points he had, but he was taking it to the rim. He was hitting threes. He was being the player that we think Marvin can be.
Yeah, no, last year I noticed that as well. And not only does he create the turnovers, but he goes down and creates those points off the turnovers. He finishes tonight with 28 points in, leading scorer. You had mentioned you had really tried to maybe get it down to the low block. We know this team is full of a bunch of shooters, including Kevin Brewer, who you bring in this year. Casey Benton can knock it down from half court if you wanted him to. I mean, you guys can knock down the shot. Manny Crump can knock it down as well. But what are some, tactics to maybe gain some strength down on the low block? Because I know you were trying to get it to Keon, trying to get it to Manny Crump as well, and trying to get those easy low block baskets, but they weren't really coming tonight.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, they got big bodies down there, but we wanted to throw it down there and, and be aggressive and maybe get fouled, and but then attack the offensive boards. We got a few different sets that we run. They blew up a couple of them just with their aggressiveness. Where we couldn't execute them as well as we wanted to, and so we would have liked to get Keon the ball a little bit more because he's really been scoring the ball well for us. But got in foul trouble in the first half. But heck, besides him, I got confidence in AJ shooting it in there, and Manny and McKell, and Jackson's a good mid-range shooter, so got a lot of weapons to be able to throw the ball into.
You got to love that depth as well, because you had mentioned, last year it was almost within the first 5-6 minutes. It seemed like Keon had 3 fouls tonight. Again, didn't agree with one, maybe 2 of the fouls he was charged with in that first half. But again, it's the cards you're dealt with. He ended up sitting on the bench for a little bit too much longer there. Now we've got a team coming up next that we're familiar with. In fact, we just played a couple of days ago in NEO. It was a team that you struggled to play against in terms of rebound-wise. You guys got outmatched in terms of the rebound ratio down low. And this time it is on the road. Any differences in the game plan, or any differences in how you attack NEO?
Well, we'll just obviously emphasize it. We'll go to work on Monday. We got 2 days of preparation to get ready for them, and that's a tough environment down there. We haven't been down there for a couple of years. None of these guys have ever been down there. Tevin has. Tevin played in that region last year, but it's a loud, hot gym, and that'll be a big challenge for us. That's our first road game after playing the first 4 here at home and doing a good job with those. But now going on the road, it's a different deal. Just like Indian Hills tonight, this was their first road game. They had 2 good wins at home last week against Butler. They beat Butler by like 37 at their place last Friday. They beat Independence last Saturday. But going on the road, it's a different deal. And we'll have to play as well on the road with our decisions and how hard we play as we do at home.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, from week 2 to 3 heading into the NEO game, you said it was the rivalry from cross-border. I didn't really know what to expect, and you're right. The energy within this building was a difference. There was, I don't want to say scuffles between the floor and the stands, but I'll tell you what, the energy was a different level here, and it's certainly going to be that way next Wednesday. Here, as again, we're speaking with head coach Jay Herkelman here on the sidelines. Good luck next Wednesday. I don't doubt you guys. My goodness, you definitely look good this year with that size. Hopefully the improvements are still made. And again, good luck with your first road game.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Again, that's Jay Herkelman, head coach of the Red Ravens head basketball team here. I'm Sam Speck alongside Matt Jordan. We'll take a quick 60-second break. When we come back, Matt Jordan will wrap things up here from Nellis Hall on 98.1 KUSN.
Patriot Chevrolet, Bartlesville.
Introducing the grand opening of Patriot Chevrolet of Bartlesville, bringing you a new way to buy a Chevrolet.